All right, welcome back to Getting Sober Again. My name is Jay, and today we are doing another edition of our Sober Weekend live stream and chat. Today happens to be Sunday. We do these live streams and chats every Friday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So if you haven't joined us before, we like to do lots of fun stuff. We like to take live polls. We like to talk to one another and learn about each other's sobriety successes and sobriety stories, failures, whatever's not working for us, whatever we have found that may be working for us. So we do this every Friday and every Sunday to give you a place to come hang out and feel like you're not going to be struggling with sobriety in silence. Because here at Getting Sober Again, this is your place for No Judgement Sobriety. So we're going to be getting started officially in about 9 minutes. You see the countdown timer right there. If you're watching in the future, you can just go ahead and fast forward and check out the timestamps in the video description down below, because we have Sam, the moderator, in the building. Say hello, Sam.
Hello.
So she'll be here doing timestamps for you on varying topics that we talk about during our live stream today. And then if you are watching live, then sit back and relax. Maybe grab yourself something to drink. Non-alcoholic, of course. Grab yourself a snack. Maybe let the dog out, use the bathroom, do a couple stretches. Whatever you want to do. We'll be back in about 8 minutes and 30 seconds, and we'll be getting this party started. All right, I'll be right back. We gotta put some music on. What kind of party is this? DJ, put the music on. There you go. Oh yeah. Some space, lo-fi, hip-hop, and chill beats provided to you by Lo-Fi Geek. Also in the video description down below. Shout out to Lo-Fi Geek, which for some reason I wasn't subscribed to. That's weird. But now I am. All right, let's see. Music check. All right, cool. How does the music sound? Can you hear it over there? You can hear it at all? Yeah. Good. Seems quiet. Oh, because it is quiet. Oh, that's probably gonna be really loud. Or is it bumping a little bit now? But I can hear that there's bass now. Before it was turned way down. Okay. All right, there's a little bit of behind the scenes BTS with Getting Sober again. I've always been a big fan of when things are a little bit more real, right? It doesn't be this whole this perfectly programmed sequence of events where everything is just manicured to hide imperfections. And that's not us, is it? We have our imperfections and we wear them, proudly or otherwise. Hey, Shimadeki's here. What up? TK says mic is off. Mic's off. What are you talking about? Okay. Lucy Luce is in the building, says, I'm here. I thought you may be having trouble. Hey, Jay and Sam. No, I wasn't having trouble. It's been a very busy day, I'm happy to say. Me and Sam and Cat Mom were treated by one of our wonderful members of the community. They sent something really nice in the to our P.O. box and insisted that we go out for a meal on them. So we took the opportunity today. We knew we were going to go have fun, but I didn't check my P.O. box because I forgot my key this week. So I checked it yesterday, and I got a wonderful letter from one of our wonderful our supporters who may or may not be chatting with us right now. And then I'll put it this way. 2 people that may or may not be chatting right now have sent wonderful things to us this week. And we had a wonderful brunch today because of somebody. They insisted that we go out and grab a meal, so we did. We went out and had a chimichurri steak sub and bacon. No, so it was an egg and cheese croissant and a turkey sandwich on whole grain bread with like cranberry and all kinds of other stuff on it. We had lemon ricotta cheesecake, lemon ricotta pancakes. We had turmeric mango smoothie. We had pumpkin spice lattes because we're, after all, everybody's a little basic. And we had ice cream. We went for ice cream. Yeah, it was a good time. We spent a really good afternoon together. We went on a train ride in the Cuyahoga National Valley, and it was a wonderful day. Even though it rained outside. It didn't rain for the train ride, but it was great. We went down to Akron, Ohio, home of Goodyear tires and the Goodyear blimp, and home of LeBron James, or at least once upon a time it was. So we had a really, 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 really good day together, and we reminisced about old memories, and hopefully my mom will get home, Cat Mom will get home safely, because I don't see her yet in the chat room, but let's throw some good vibes her way. So, okay, I need 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes left. If you haven't yet, please give this video a big thumbs up. We're going to be getting started here in just a little bit. I have to set up a couple things behind the scenes. So grab yourself something to eat. Grab a snack, grab something to drink, throw this video a like, pretty please, to let YouTube know that we're doing something good and something fun and something worth watching and listening to help other people with their sobriety journeys. Believe it or not, there are over 8 billion people who don't know that we exist. Just doing the loose math. Let's see. Let's ask Google. How many people are there approximately on planet Earth?
7.8 billion. According to Population Reference Bureau, given a current global population of about 7.8 billion, the revised estimate means those alive in 2020 represent nearly 7% of the total number of people who have ever lived.
Okay, so like I said, about 8 billion people don't know that we exist. 7,000 something people know that we exist. But about roughly 8 billion people don't know that we exist. So, pretty please give this video a thumbs up if you want to support our journey and to help other people in their journey. Hello to Julie B. Hello to Teresa Heron. Hello to TK. Hello to Lucy Luce and to Schmedecki. Hello to Cassandra. Hello to CD. Especially CD. I'll tell you why in a little while, maybe. Hello to Cindy Palmer. Hello to Sam the moderator. And hello to, I think I got everybody for right now. All right. Huh? Wacko. Hello to Wacko. Wacko Slimo. Or is this Slimo or Slimo? Have I just been saying it wrong the entire time?
It's Halloween.
Huh?
It's Halloween.
Halloweeny? Who said that?
Me?
Not Halloween. Schmedecki!
Man, your house's tummy's grumbling today.
That's the hot water heater I was talking about, remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a little scary. Sometimes I think it's gonna just blow up. Oh, I really want to do this live stream with my new coat. I'm so hot. Just now, finally getting to take it off. Yeah, the hood is like lined with that fleece stuff. It's so warm. Oh man. Wish I had some tea. Oh, running out of time. Uh-oh. I'm coming. Running out of time again. All right, here we go. We're gonna start back up here. I gotta get all this stuff off the screen. Sorry, hold on. Hold on a minute. I was not done doing all my stuff. All right, everybody, welcome back to Getting Sober again. My name is Jay, and today we're doing another edition of our Sober Weekend live stream. Today happens to be Sunday, and we do these every Friday and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't been here for one of these yet, we give you a wonderful and fun place to learn a little bit about sobriety, have a little bit of fun sober, and to learn about our successes and some things that may be not good for us. Right? How do we learn a little bit. We learn about each other every week, every Friday and every Sunday. We learn about how old other people how old people are in the community, maybe how long people have been drinking, how long it took them to get sober, how long it took for them to stop getting sober and getting sober again. Right? We learn all kinds of things. We learn again, it's really trying to help people feel like they're not struggling in silence, because it seems to be the case, and we asked through our poll questions, which are anonymous. A lot of the questions that we ask, we find out what position that people are in, and we found out that a large majority of you all, and I think then that's representative of people in the world, because we're still a small community, all things considered, right? But in the world, we can easily imagine or project or assume that people are also struggling in silence with their sobriety. We can also assume that people don't have a support in their life, a supportive friend or supportive friends or support groups or anybody that they can really rely on or trust with their sobriety. So here at Getting Sober again, we like to practice and preach no judgment sobriety. So that's what we like to brand ourselves as, and that's what it is. I mean, it's all about that. We know that the best teachers that we've ever had are ones that were flexible and ones that were forgiving and ones that didn't judge us and ones that made us feel like we can do this, and ones that didn't make us feel stupid when we fell down, or didn't make us feel stupid when we fell short of a goal or of an attempt, or didn't make us feel like, an interesting scenario that somebody brought up was like, if, for example, if you were going to learn how to play Beethoven. So sobriety was kind of like Beethoven, right? So like learning how to live, right, alcohol free or addiction free, and just feel comfortable in our own skin, and to be around people in social settings and social gatherings, at birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, whatever you want to call them. We want to be our best self without a mood enhancer, without some sort of supplement, without something that's going to make us feel like we still weren't actually being ourselves. We had something that made us feel like laughing. We had something that made us feel like dancing. Had something that made us feel like telling a joke or singing karaoke or telling somebody, hey, I miss you. I was thinking about you. I've been thinking about you, actually. Or like, hey, I love you. It's been a long time. Like, let's get together. Instead of thinking about like, hey, how about let's drink and then maybe we'll get together and we'll be drunk together, right? So one of the questions we've asked in our live stream and chats is we've asked people like, hey, so how many of you have a support outside of this channel? And it turns out a lot of people, I don't know what the exact numbers off the top of my head, but well, I think we'll have to ask that question again. I think it was over 40% of the audience didn't have people in their lives, that this was their only resource for getting sober, staying sober, and being sober. That they maybe either tried AA and it wasn't their cup of tea. And again, maybe that's just one particular meeting. Maybe that was just the person that was hosting it. Maybe it was the people in that room. Maybe it was like, I don't know, it was a weird situation because like, that was like you went there and then like your ex's brother was there or whatever, like something weird like that. So it becomes one of the things about like something like an AA, not knocking AA, God bless them. May they continue to do the Lord's work. But one thing about Alcoholics Anonymous specifically is that I think a lot of people feel, and I'm just saying there's at least one person, but there are people out there that feel like it's not going to be anonymous. Feel like doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. If you believe something doesn't mean that it's true. If you know something, it doesn't mean that it's true, right? But I'm just saying that there are people that resonate and feel like, especially if they come from a small community. Like Where I live, I think that in my particular city, I live in a pretty dense area, but like let's just say I live in Cleveland, Ohio. I live in just east in an eastern suburb of Cuyahoga County, where Cleveland is. But the Cleveland metro area is something like it's like a little, let's just call it 1 million people. That's not terribly large, but that's kind of a lot of people, right? But even in my little suburb, like where I'm at, Cleveland Heights, the Cleveland Heights area, there's like, I don't know, what is it, like 50,000 people here, Sam? Something like that. And then we have Shaker Heights down below us. I think Shaker Heights has like 25, maybe 1,000 people. And then there's like, anyway, but we're surrounded by pockets of like tens of thousands of people. And if I were going to go to an AA meeting here, what's the answer on that one?
44,000.
So we have 44,000 people just in my neighborhood, like in our little city, our little town, or whatever you want to call our municipality here. But I imagine that an AA meeting here at I'm sure there's probably many in my city, would be a little bit larger, and maybe the chances of like where I used to live, those people may be a little bit further away from where I live now, things like that. So what we're trying to do here with Getting Sober ... again is to provide people a place where they can feel a little bit more anonymous, where I encourage you, like, hey, change your name. If your name is shows up as Bob Smith, maybe change it to James Bond or something, so that you have a little bit of anonymity, and then you can participate in our chats every Friday and every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and you could feel like you're a little bit more anonymous, right? And truly anonymous. We're not going to say like we're going to call it Alcoholics Anonymous, but then you have to to really see somebody in real life, and that may work. Like I've never had a sponsor in my life. It sounds like a good idea to have somebody to keep you accountable, and you're keeping somebody else accountable. But I think that's something that we all we get to choose to do here. I feel like this is another layer of that. If we call sobriety an onion, right? And we're going to peel back those layers of the onion. I think in this aspect of sobriety, or with this particular route of sobriety, it's giving you the power. So we're giving you the power to be sober, to choose to be sober, to stay sober, right? To get sober. We're allowing you to keep yourself accountable. We're giving you the opportunity to show up here on Friday nights and on Sunday nights, and to celebrate a successful week on Friday. And then once we get to Sunday, to celebrate a successful weekend, ... again, hopefully, to check in with people. And it's like, obviously we don't have each other's phone numbers. We don't have each other's emails. Some of you are tied together here in our Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/GettingSoberAgain. I'll say it one more time. It's patreon.com/GettingSoberAgain, all one word. So some of you have that community. Some of you are starting to hop over to our Getting Sober Again Instagram page, or our Getting Sober Again Facebook group, right? Or 4 of you are following us on Reddit. And then on Twitter, we're just got the double digits on Twitter now, right? So we have different avenues and different outlets for people to talk to each other, to stay in touch, and things like that. So, it's ultimately, regardless if you go to AA, or if you watch Andy Grace, or if you come and watch my channel, or if you watch Habits Unplugged, or if you're just into book learning and book reading, if you like to go to conventions, whatever your particular cup of tea is, or maybe you're into the variety pack of flavors, right, to help you get through your day and to help you get sober, stay sober, and be sober. Whatever it is, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you have continued interest in achieving your goals and being successful with your sobriety, because one of the things we love doing here is celebrating your sobriety, and we do that when everybody hits their milestones of 30 days sober, and 90 days sober, and 6 months sober, and 1+ year sober. In the future, we may make some exceptions. We may throw 60 days. We may throw 60 days in there. We may do a couple more, but we'll see. And that also comes from you emailing us at GettingSoberAgain. Again, all one word, GettingSoberAgain @gmail.com. The email address is right here on the screen. So if you want to email us, the email address is not only here on the screen. Where is it? Right there. It's not only right here on the screen, but it's also in the video description. So every time you should think to yourself, where is that information that Jay said? It's in the video description down below. Also, too, it's on our main page on the About tab. So let me show you. So we open this up. And we'll go to go to my Internet Explorer tab. Let's go home. Let's go to that, hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. Guess I'm not going to show you right now. Interesting. Let me try it here one more second. I'm gonna give it one more whirl. But you know where the video description is anyway, so you can go to the video description down below. You can go to the About page, also down below. And, or the About page is on the main page of our youtube.com/gettingsoberagain. So let's see. Let me try take 2. All right, here we go. Still not working. Well, oh well. Figure it out later. But so let's say hello to everybody that's here, and maybe we'll figure out why that particular avenue is being as a closed door to success at the moment. But persistence is something that we need to be successful in anything that we choose to participate in, right? We need to be persistent. So let's see, who else is here? Matty D has finally showed up. Hello to Matty D. Hello to Cat Mom, aka My Mom. I'm glad that you made it home safely. I didn't get a text message from you. And hello to Soulful. Hello to Hippie Chick. Glad to see you back. And of course, Lucy Loose and Teresa Heron. We said hello to earlier, along with CD and who else? All the others. TK. Oh, the Clumsy Fisherman. I see is here. I love seeing all these new members. Look at all these new members with the dots next to their name. If you want to get your ... icon, our custom signature ... signature icon, make sure to join as an official member to our community. Hit the $ button down below and click on memberships, or you can click the join button next to the subscribe button down by the video description of this live stream, or any one of our videos. It says join next to the subscribe button. So go ahead and take care of that at your leisure and join this community officially as a member and get your ... next to your name. And so you'll get the ... next to your name every time that you chat with us and every time that you leave a comment, and it'll show that you are an official member. And I love seeing it. Like, we got Lucy Loose is an official member. Julie B is an official member. Teresa Heron is an official member. Jason Schmedecki is an official member. And who else? Did I say Lucy Loose already? Lucy Loose. Probably I said that already. And Marta D is an official member. Marta D just showed up. Hello. Hippie Chick said, found actual air cigs. What? They're called health vapes. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you just actually vape like just steamed air. Is that what that is? They are vapes with aromatherapy and herbal things in them. There are ones for anxiety, etc. That'd be cool if they had like well, I guess they do have CBD vapes. That's cool. Yeah, everybody, you want to be a cool person like Jason Schmedecki. Get your 3 dots. Your ... like getting sober ... again, right? So what we did was we took the dot and we turned that into the official icon of the channel. And so you get that ... next to your name when you become an official member. So I love it. We just started offering that finally. It was like this little S thing, but I finally made the custom ... and that'll go on our official merchandise eventually when we get more merchandise other than the I love my cat mug. This is not merchandise for sale, but we have nothing for sale. We don't sell any merchandise. So I don't know if people feel like that's weird or not, but we try to make it like you help us, we help you. You know, you give us something, we give you something type of thing. So the only way that you can get, the only thing that we have that you can get is this particular mug, this Getting Sober Again mug. Not this one. Only I have this one. But this mug right here, you get this mug when you support us on Patreon. So that's how that works. So when you finally decide to be a patron of our channel to help us out to continue making these videos and continue to support this community, you get rewarded with the Getting Sober Again mug. Isn't that cool? Right? All right, let's see who else is here. Hey, look at that. Brandon Lowe just became a new member, an official member of our community. I appreciate that. So there's different, I mean, there's, anybody can subscribe, and God bless you for subscribing, right? You all have to be subscribed to even be here chatting with us, right? But also too, when you finally make that step, that's saying, that's a way for you to make a commitment towards your own sobriety. It's a way for you to give back towards something that is hopefully being of assistance to you, which is this channel, which is this community, which is me, which is Sam, which is Cat Mom, which is Hippie Chick, which is Lucy Loose, Marta D, which is the people that email me talking about wanting to kill themselves. I'm being very real. When people message me privately and they're just like, I don't know what to do next. That's the work that we're trying to do here. This isn't about me like trying to be silly and me being goofy and whatever and trying to be entertaining. This is very real work that we also happen to be humorous, about, and try to show a little bit of humility and some transparency. So that's the work that we're doing here. So whenever I see that somebody joins as a new Patreon member, whenever I see that somebody joins as an official member on the YouTube community, that lets me know that other people are actually invested in this mission. And I couldn't be happier, and I genuinely appreciate you, and I thank you all. So thank you to Brandon Lowe for making the commitment to helping us continue to help you and many thousands of other people. So far to date, we've reached, our views are close to 500,000 views, and it blows me away. Because again, when we talk about in the beginning of this channel, I had no idea that more than 50 people would even see these videos, let alone subscribe to the channel, right? And so it's all about humble beginnings, and we all come from, regardless if it's trying to learn how to ride a bike or try to, it's your first day at your college, or you're an artist, or you're trying to get somebody to fall in love with you and spend the rest of their life with you, whatever it is. I mean, there's humble beginnings, right? And I'm sure we've all had varying stages of having to be humble and falling flat on our face and picking ourselves back up, and sobriety is absolutely no different. So today's topic, what we're going to talk about, is gratitude, having gratitude and being in sober and being sobriety, and gratitude and sobriety and being sober. It's not so much about having gratitude for being sober or having gratitude for sobriety. It's just an all-encompassing thing. It's about being able to appreciate more of what you were probably overlooking, or maybe what was overshadowed by things like your self-imposed sickness on a daily basis, right? On your self-imposed self-sabotage, which I know that I got addicted to. I got addicted to one of the things, in one of the episodes that we put out recently, I think it was episode number maybe 124, I'll figure it out in a minute, was we asked, are you addicted to alcohol, or are you actually addicted to alcohol? And let me see, what episode number was that? And so what we posed in that episode is episode number 121. I'm going to grab the link here, and I'm going to put it in the video description. So give me just a moment. So let's see. Oh, it's already in the video description. Haha, because I love you. That's why. So it's already in there. Episode 121. So if you're watching this in the future and you want to watch that one specifically, it's already in the video description down below. But it's episode number 121. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Episode 121. Quote, are you actually addicted to alcohol? End quote. Oops. End quote. And boom. So there's that. Sorry, I broke it up in two messages because I apparently have butter fingers. But that's that. Give me 1 second. Were you going to say something, Sam?
Yeah, so when he became a member, I saw the pop-up, but it was like right here. It was like, you can only see this much of it, the beginning of it.
Oh, you saw it on screen?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's the thing I was talking about.
Way too far to the right,
No, I know, but that's, hold on. Well, hold on.
so I like couldn't see.
All right, can somebody do me a favor, please? If any of you are about to make the commitment to becoming an official member, right? Can you tell me first before you do it? Because I have this thing. Something is supposed to pop up on the screen, and I haven't gotten the tools right yet. So things are supposed to happen when people make a donation or when people become an official member. So if somebody's about to if you were going to become an official member of the YouTube channel, the YouTube community, tell me first so I can make an adjustment of this thing. Pretty please. That's all. Because I still haven't worked out the nuts and bolts of this thing yet. Or where it is. Let's see. Let me see if I can lock all these things. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I don't know what I'm clicking on. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I might be able to rewind and find it.
We'll figure it out. I'm working on it. I just can't see it. It's just. Yeah, but rewind it and see if you could find whatever it was and how it looked. Okay, so let's see. Brandon Lowe said, back to work. Bye, everyone. Have a great hangover-free day. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being here. That was a heck of a way to say hello and goodbye. Coming in and becoming an official member. Oh, man, the tea's good. So today's tea is a ginger. It's a ginger tea. It's a ginger probiotic tea with like licorice and obviously ginger. And then also to the peach tea that I always drink. So they're both, and they both have they're both a chamomile blend. So that's what I'm drinking tonight. What's everybody else drinking tonight? Okay, so I do want to ask that question. So we're going to do a new poll. New poll. The new poll is going to be, we're going to ask that question that we don't have the results from because our polls disappeared, we found out. And so we have to write them down as we go along. Do you, or we could go back and watch them, I guess, but.
The support system is.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Yes.
Well, hold on. No. Well, I want to ask again, though. Do you, well, how was the question? What was the question exactly?
Do you have a support system in real life for sobriety?
Do you have a support system in real life for sobriety? You know what I mean by real life? Question mark. We are implying that YouTube's not real life, but it's just not real. It's just because we don't have direct contact with one another. Sometimes I feel bad about that because I can't directly contact anybody. So even though, I mean, just in the comment section I can, but still, like a lot of people, I'll write you a direct message back, and sometimes you don't even see my messages. And I think that's a bummer because I know there are people out there that are hurting. Again, you know, the people that are on the verge of losing their job, losing their relationship, losing their house, you know, or losing more. And sometimes people message me and they write to me, and I know that I'm writing them back, but I know that sometimes too, they're not getting my messages, you know, for one reason or another. So I feel bad. I wish there was I wish at least me, that I could at least reach out to people directly. And if there is a way, I hope there's a way. I hope there's a way, and I just haven't seen it. You know, I would love to feel silly in that regard. But let's see. Stone Bizzle. Stone said, "Is it okay to be drinking but don't want to?" Yeah, for sure. I mean, in a way. I mean, so like, here's the thing. So it sounds like you don't want to be drinking, that you want to get sober, and guess how many people that are here, guess what percentage of people are here felt the same way that you do currently, Stone Bizzle? Everybody. Did you ever feel that way, Sam?
Yeah.
The question is it okay to be drinking but don't want to? So like the thought process is, you know that maybe you're starting to feel empty. You know that you would abandon real life stimulation at some point and heavily relied on this singular tool of the dopamine release, which came from alcohol. And then because we thought that we could feel good, we can get that dopamine release from alcohol. Well, why not then just do that more times per week until it became every day of the week, until it became many hours of the day, every day per week. And then for some people definitely, I've absolutely 100% have gotten messages from people that said that I was drinking nonstop from sunrise to sunset, and I don't know where I would be. You know, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have more supportive people in my life. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for this community. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for this channel, or even for AA, or for different books that they had read, or different channels. You know, however you get here is however you get here. So the question that we have on the screen is, you know, check it out. So the question is, do you have a support system in real life for sobriety? 52% of you said no. What was the result from last time? I thought it was less than that.
52% said no.
Oh, the same percentage. So last time we took this poll, there was the same answer. It was 52% of you said no, you don't have a support system. So let's do a new poll. Let's find a new question. Let's do a demographics question. Huh? Yeah. Oh shit. I mean, sorry. S word. I swore. I wonder where that is. What that is. Hold on. Well, if you notice, I just moved what the thing that I think that it is. So, well, I mean, I don't know how to change this. It's been on my list of things to fix and change. All right. So the new poll is going to be demographics, and the question is going to be, how many, like how small, hold on, let's see. How many people live in your town? We're just gonna call it a town. So if you say, you know, if you live in LA, whatever. I don't know. What? All right, so I can only put four answers. So let's say 10,000 or less. How many people live in your town? Well, let's say, hold on, we'll do 5,000 or less. 5,000 to 10,000. Add an option. We'll do 10,000 to 50,000. And the last option will be 50,000 plus people. Spelled with words, not brackets. So let's learn a little bit more about each other. So now 52% of you said that you don't have a support in real life. So let's now find out where you're all coming from. How big or small is your community? So again, Sam and I live in a town of, well, roughly, that's just our small little, I mean, our metro area is 1 million people, but the town that we live in has 50,000. And then we're surrounded by, it's really more like, I don't know, what would you say, between Cleveland Heights, University Heights, Lyndhurst, Shaker Heights, how many people do you think live in that area? I would say like, huh? 300,000, really?
All those things, if only Cleveland Heights, not even University Heights, has 44,000.
Yeah, I would say probably like 250,000. So like realistically, our area is like 250,000, but you know, the little area technically where we live. I wonder if was that number was that Cleveland Heights, University Heights?
No,
That was just Cleveland Heights. How many are in university? We're figuring it out, people. We're learning more about each other. If you're just now joining us, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to let YouTube know that we're doing great work over here, and to let YouTube know to continue sharing this sobriety content with other people who are looking for sobriety content, for other people that are looking for chat rooms that they can come and they can chat and they can learn more about sobriety successes, and sobriety struggles, right? That was where I've been looking for all day. 13,000 in UH. So that's what, almost 60? So that is 60, 61. That's interesting. Okay. So far the results are, you all come from, 52% of you live in a place where there are 50,000 or more people. And then the other 48% of you, or no, now it's 50%. So 50% of you live in a place of 50,000 people or less. 28% of you live in a town of 10,000 people or less. 14% of you live in a town of 5,000 people or less. So I imagine, so like, let's take a little bit of time, you know, one thing we can all benefit from a little bit more of is a little bit more sympathy, a little bit more empathy, right? For different people in different positions in life. And it doesn't take a whole lot to use our imagination. It doesn't take a whole lot to think about how other people live their life. It doesn't mean that we're going to be accurate or even close. But think about if you lived in a smaller city, if you lived in a town of 5,000 people or less and you're trying to get sober, right? How many resources do you have? You know, part of the taboo aspect of sobriety or alcoholism, part of the taboo aspect of sobriety is people feel like they're going to be judged. People feel like they're not going to be looked at as a productive member of society. They feel like they're going to be judged for having a problem instead of being maybe celebrated for overcoming and battling and beating a demon, right? That's why I talk about struggling in silence, where a lot of people feel like they are struggling in silence with sobriety because a lot of people feel like they can't even talk to their spouse about getting sober. I hear so many people. Let's do another poll on that one. Let's see. Spouses. Sober spouses. So we're going to end this particular poll here. So Sam will get those results for us here. So for those of you that are sober, that are here, and that are in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, you can ignore this question. For those of you in a relationship while sober, let's put those in parentheses or. 1 second, I'm writing it out for you. We're gonna new poll question, by the way. New poll question. For those of you in a relationship while sober, how many of your spouses are also sober? So you just say yes. Is that yes or no? My spouse, here, I'll just write it out. My spouse is also sober. My spouse, or my partner is not sober. We'll call them partners, not spouse. Partner. All right, here you go. Here comes the question. And the question is, for those of you that are in a relationship while sober, how many of your partners are also sober? And the answers are, my partner is sober, my partner is not sober. I hope I wrote that right. Where is it? There we go. Good. There we go. We're off to the races. It looks like my partner is also sober, is in the lead. Oh, now my partner is not sober, is now in the lead. It's a heated race. Now it's 50-50 with 4 furlongs to go. My partner is also sober, is 50%. My partner is not sober, is also 50%. So we got a new poll going up. So this is for those of you that are in a relationship. For those of you that are in a relationship and you are sober, how many of your partners are also sober? That's interesting. So that's kind of going back to the point of what we were just talking about, is like a lot of people feel like they're just struggling with this in sobriety. They feel like if I admit that I want to get sober, I also have to admit that I have a drinking problem. Okay, well, we're gonna get past that. Like, obviously you have a very strong drinking preference, and you may have a drinking problem, right? Okay, but that's the first step of recovery, is that actually coming to that conclusion and acknowledging that you could be doing better. You could be making better decisions. So that's what we're talking about. So when you come to the conclusion that maybe you're drinking too much and that your life is out of balance, that you're basically just saying, I could be doing better. And what can I do better? How can I trim the fat, so to speak? We know to do that in our careers, right? We know to be more efficient in our careers, to be more efficient and effective with our families, with our daily schedules, with what we have to do. But then when it comes to alcohol, we're still leaving the door open for alcohol. And we made an episode for that. Let's see if I could find that one. I think it was called, Are You Leaving the Door Open for Alcohol? Let's see. What episode was that? Oh, well, the thumbnail says, "Are you taking sobriety seriously?" And I have little devil horns. And then the title is, "Are you leaving the door open for alcohol?" So here we go. I'm gonna get the shareable link, and I'm gonna put it in the video description. Hello, where am I at? I'm putting this episode in the video description, so you'll be able to click on it later. Or if you want to bail on the live stream, you can't watch both unless you have two devices. What episode was that? Episode 109. Episode 109. Are you leaving the door open for alcohol? Question mark. All right, so that is in the video description right now, I think, the updates. And then it's also in the live chat at 7:55 p.m. or whatever 55 p.m. that you're in. And remember, if you're talking directly to me and you want to get my attention, if you need to get my attention, which I am totally cool with, send a super chat. It is one way, because my screen will light up and it'll stop me from doing what I'm doing, and I'll be able to address you directly. The next way, which is not a guarantee because it doesn't always work, is tag me by writing the @ symbol, which is shift and the number 2, and then start writing my name, or the channel's name, Getting Sober, space ... again, just as I've written at 7:55. So you should be able to see that in the chat at 7:55. The @ symbol, Getting space Sober space ... again. All right, let me go back and see if there's anybody I missed and say hello. And again, if you haven't yet, please give this video a big thumbs up. Hello to Veganese. Hello to Marilyn. Marilyn's here. Marilyn W. And hello to Lee. Lee is now here. And hello to Dave P. Says, "You're doing a great job. Thanks to you and everyone here. Thank you." Oh, thanks for being here. Thanks, seriously, thanks for being here. Thanks for taking the time to say thank you and to be humble and show some humility. That's awesome. I really appreciate you doing that and going out of your way. It means a lot to me. Seriously, I really, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that people go out of the way to say nice things back to me, because I feel I don't know how you all feel about me, but I'm still a human being. I still have feelings, I still have emotions. I still, I still have soft spots in my heart, and I still have ways that I can certainly improve my behavior and my mental health and things like that. So this is also part of my journey too. I don't have a PhD or a master's degree. I don't have a degree at all. I went to college for 6 years, but I don't have a degree, right? But I'm just a person just like you who found my life to be out of balance and decided to do something about it. And the thing that I chose to do was start, instead of going to Alcoholics Anonymous, I chose to be very not anonymous and go on YouTube and tell everybody about my struggles and what I figured out to be my successes and what was working for me and what I could learn and what I can share with people. And one of the things that I'll be able to share with you in just 6 more days is I'm going to be 1 year sober in 6 days from now. So this time next weekend, actually next Saturday, gonna be my day off, I'm going to have been sober for 1 straight year. And if that's not worth giving this video a thumbs up, I'm shutting the thing off right now. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to shut it off. But please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't yet. Pretty please. While I continue to say hello to other people. Teresa said, "I stumbled onto Jay also and love this community." You said love. Marta D said, "Lucy Luce, it's really a miracle that Jay's live just popped up as a suggestion for me when I wasn't even looking for sobriety videos. Then the incredible people here." Yeah, see? I bring them in, I set them up, you knock them down. Good job, community. I rope them in, and then and you're the substance. You're the substance that they binge on. How about that? I'm just the peddler. I'm the peddler of the good time. And you are all the substance. With love and positivity. Stone Bizzle said, "Okay, sorry, I never thought you'd get to this. Watched a bunch, but as a UK person, always felt a little bit outcast." What happened? I never thought you'd get to this. Wonder what we were talking about. What were you talking about? 7:46. Stone Bizzle, what were you talking about at 7:46? About, okay, sorry, I thought you'd get to the. You never get to this. Watched a bunch, but as a UK person, always felt a little bit outcast. Lucy Lou said drunkenness is nothing but voluntary madness. Ooh, I like that. That sounds like a bumper sticker in the making. Soulful at 7:45 said you can reach people through YouTube. Their email address is on, I believe, their about page, unless they have it set to private, but don't quote me on that. Oh. Well, I guess everybody knows that information now. Let's see. Is that true? Let's find out. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Let me watch my own live stream. Click on this person's name. A very frequent commenter of my channel, let's see, or this channel. About no. This one person is a no. I'm testing a theory that was just brought in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Huh? Don't touch the screen, fingers. Oh, something has happened. Was it better or was it worse? The same? What is happening? But what happened though? What was a good thing to happen? I wonder what happened. It said became.
I don't know, it said BECA, so I assume it says became.
I wonder if it, yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's on delay. Maybe we'll find out in just a second. Okay. Soulful said, I was leaving the door open. I went 7 days sober. Day 7, bought a bottle of wine. Back to day 6 and just feeling energized today. The price is too high. You're right about that. The price is too high. So I think, when you get to, so here's the thing about like when you're young, when you're young, it's real easy to get trapped with alcohol. Cause like, I always say like alcohol by itself isn't dangerous. It's just sitting there. It's just liquid in a bottle. Right. And the same thing too with like, with illicit drugs or prescription drugs or whatever. Right. It's not bad. So think about the things that you're not addicted to. Like how many of you are addicted to shopping? Right? How many of you are not addicted to shopping? Yeah, right. I saw you check out yesterday, Sam. Anyway, but so, okay, so people are think about whatever you're not addicted to, right? But resonate with that for a second. Just think about what you're not addicted to. If it's, I don't know, an illicit drug. Think of any random illicit drug that they're not addicted to, that you've never been addicted to, that you've never had a problem with. If it's sports betting, if you've never been into sports betting, if you've never had a problem with shoe shopping or whatever it is that you're not addicted to. So like I'm not into sports betting at all. I have no addictions to it. So I think about that and I'm just like, yeah, that's very much a non-issue, right? So when I think about those things, I think about alcohol and I think about something that I am having problems or had problems with, right? And I think about, so this comment that we just had from Soulful, which was the price is too high, losing yourself to alcohol or to whatever your addiction is. And I'm super grateful now that I'm here, but like it's easy to get trapped by alcohol because in your 20s, you can waste that whole decade. Like nobody's really expecting much out of you. Like, your friends and family are expecting things out of you. You're expecting things out of yourself because society tells us that in our 20s, we're supposed to be productive members of society. In our 20s, we're told that we're supposed to go to college or university, right? But in our 20s, like, nobody's really expecting us to have vast amounts of knowledge or wisdom, right? We're still struggling in this day and age, we're struggling to get an internship. We're struggling just to get a job that hardly pays at all, just so we can get experience so that we can get the job. It's like, I thought I went to college so I can get experience so that I can get the job. It's like, no, you get the training, I guess, in college so that you can get a job that doesn't pay anything so you can get the experience so that you can get a job. It's like, how long is this going to take before I get paid, right? So in your 20s, nobody's expecting that much out of you. So then you're just struggling with being awkward and trying to figure out where you fit in the world in your 20s. So that's what's happening. And then that can easily carry on into your 30s. Because like once you get to your 30s, it's kind of like, well, I did finally get some work or some job where I finally decided that that's not what I'm going to do for a living. And you switch over you switch over, or you keep on drinking, and you just switch over from being in your 20s to being in your 30s, and you still pretty much look the same size. You're probably still the same size. You stopped growing during that decade. Some of your clothes still fit. You still have some of your same friends. You may even still live in the same place. Things aren't that much different, but maybe you have a little bit more money, so maybe you can afford some more of those finer things, some more of those luxuries. You'd be starting to become an adult where you feel like and think that like nobody's going to tell you what to do, and you could just continue on doing whatever you want to do and keep on blending in with your friends and people that are, and coworkers, and just keep doing what they're doing, maybe boat trips, picnics, birthdays, celebrations, whatever, going on vacations, buying things that maybe you can't afford, which one of my favorite quotes from JayZ is, if you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't afford it, right? Whether or not that's true, it's just a catchy thing to think about. But so when we think about being in our 20s and being in our 30s, you can easily just waste those 2 decades, and you don't really think that it's causing that much pain. You don't really think that it's causing that, like, anything's really happening, because you look in the mirror, you still look pretty good. You still look pretty good in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, hopefully. And then you get in your 30s, you still pretty much look the same, but of course you're going to get older, so you start to get like a little bit wider. You start to put on weight in a couple different places. Hair starts growing in a couple more different places, maybe a gray hair or whatever. But pretty much you kind of still look the same, if that's what happened for you. You still have your mostly youthful looks, but then the 40s start to hit, right? And then obviously you get older, and then friends start to maybe go away, and pains start to increase, and responsibilities start to increase. And then you start to look around and you see the other people that didn't have the same problems as you with alcohol, and didn't make the same decisions, that invested their time in themselves more wisely, in their craft, in their jobs, in their family, in their network, in their community, are starting to thrive and start to achieve the things that they wanted to achieve, and things that maybe you're starting to become jealous of, things that maybe want to make you feel like having a drink again, and then you get stuck in that rut again, and then you end up you try to not only use alcohol but other people to make you feel good again, and using entertainment to make you feel good again, and maybe another slice of birthday cake to make you feel good again, or another slice of pizza, or another bit of junk food, or whatever it is, some online shopping, some online gambling, whatever other addictions, because those things we feel like we can control because it's something that we can consume. We could just trade our life because we're not doing the things that we need to do for us. We're doing things that other people need us to do, and in turn they pay us for it. It's called work, right? So we just go and we work a job, we trade our life, not just our time as our life. We trade our life to an employer, and then they give us some fiat currency for it, and then we trade that for just paying the bills, and hope that we have enough left to get a little dopamine release through alcohol or whatever that addiction is. We get a dopamine release from having a crush or an infatuation, right? We can get dopamine release from online shopping. We can get a dopamine release when our favorite team wins, right? If we're doing some online betting, we can get a dopamine release from drugs, from alcohol, you name it, from a new series of something that we can binge watch, like Getting Sober ... only on YouTube, whatever it is. And so when we find that our life is out of balance, one of the greatest things about sobriety, with regard to today's topic, which is gratitude and sobriety, is that we start to fall back in love with all of these things that maybe we've accumulated. And it doesn't just mean material possessions, but it also means the wealth of the material possessions they have, but the wealth of spirituality that we're starting to explore a little bit more, the wealth of emotions that we're getting to practice and experience more. We're getting to practice more of showing empathy and having sympathy for other people, and being close to and closer to our friends, to our family, being grateful for the fact that we still have a roof over our head. And even if it's not the roof that we want over our head, but that we still have our facilities, that we still have working eyes, working hands, working arms, working legs, that we're not waking up with pain, or at least maybe not a debilitating pain, right? So that we can continue to go to work, to maybe continue to earn more money, to try to figure out how to save more money, how to very carefully plan our time so that we can maybe sharpen up our resume, so that we can maybe get out of that job and get into a better job, so that we can wake up and know that we're going to have a little bit more consistency, because we're getting alcohol out of our lives and we are starting to become more reliable to the person that's most important to us, which is us. And then once we've fixed this vehicle, once we've become a more productive and more presentable package, we're not just becoming a more presentable and presentable package to ourselves in the mirror, but we're becoming a more presentable package to the people around us. We're becoming more presentable to our current employer or prospective employers. We're becoming a more presentable package to our family members, to our friends, to people that looked at us and just kind of politely kind of bit their tongue while we were being a mess, and politely bit our tongue when they really wanted to ask us to kind of cut back on drinking, maybe to make some better life decisions. But they love us and are our friend, and we know them our whole life, so who are we to tell them that we're, that they need to clean up their act, because, I don't necessarily want to clean mine up. And that's the whole thing about, it's one of the things about sobriety, is that, we always talk about who are you going to inspire in your sobriety. You never know. You never know who you're going to inspire with your sobriety. And when we say that, that doesn't mean, we don't mean that you're going to inspire people by, setting up shop on the corner, getting a soapbox and getting a bullhorn and telling people why they have to get sober, and that they need to get sober and clean their act up and clean their life up, right? The first thing that we have to do is just worry about ourselves, and just worry about being a more well-polished package and being more presentable, so that we can attract the things into our life that we want to attract in our life. We want to be able to manifest the things that we keep asking for but hadn't been doing enough about it. And once you get to the place in life where you keep praying and you keep having the same results, like, also too, that could be interpreted as a definition of insanity, when you continue to do the same thing but expect different results. And praying is no different. I don't mean for that to be a controversial topic, but I wholeheartedly believe that even if you continue to ask God and pray to God, or your particular representative to the heavens and the stars above, or the council of ancestors, or the universe, however you want to phrase that, if you continue to just ask for things but don't put in the work, it would be like saying, having like a handful of apple seeds and saying, "Dear God, please turn these seeds into full-fledged apple trees that I can harvest from immediately, tomorrow." Obviously that's ridiculous, right? And then tomorrow, obviously you're not going to have, that's silly. But even saying like, please God, bless these seeds so that they turn into to fruit-bearing apple trees. Amen. And then I'm like, all right, well, let me put these seeds down, and I'm gonna go play Xbox, and then just like leave the seeds sitting there, and don't sow the seeds, and leaving yourself with no opportunity to reap the benefits, right? So it's like we still have to be able to do the work, and it's definitely not an overnight process. We always talk about sobriety is a journey; it is not a destination. But along that journey, we can look forward to the possibilities of destinations along the way, like better health, increased wealth, better relationships professionally or personally, right? Starting to cross off more things on your to-do list, and starting to gain more positive momentum and gain more traction in your sobriety. And in that traction, then we start to build an attraction and a gravity to ourselves of the people, places, and things that we've wanted, and we've been asking for, and we've been hoping for, and we've been wishing for. Now they start to come true, because now you have more time in the day to accomplish more of these things. Now you have more energy on a daily basis to accomplish some of these things, because now you're starting to maybe feel better and making, now you're not, once you, it's kind of like having a crack in the armor type of thing. It's like alcohol being this crack in the armor, and it wasn't just letting this one toxic substance through, but it was letting other toxic decisions happen. So maybe things that were going to counteract alcohol, or maybe soak up alcohol, and not necessarily keeping you in the best state of mind, and fogging up your decisions, right? So you're maybe acting in toxic ways and behaving in toxic ways and making other toxic decisions. So that'll be our next poll question. Were you making other toxic decisions while consuming alcohol? So let's get that one. We're going to end the current poll. We're going to say hello to some new people. All right. So the last poll. Oh, there we go. Heart signs. Did we get a little notification? Heart signs just became a new member.
Right there.
Huh?
Right
So that just happened right now?
there. Yep.
Yay.
But I still can't see it.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to figure that out. That is interesting. I wonder how to change. Well, I'll figure out how to change that in the future. I have to. I just don't know how to do it right now. So I'm just going to hide that. So congratulations and thank you to Heart Signs for becoming our newest member of our YouTube community. And I look forward to seeing your name and the ... icon next to your name as you continue to be a wonderful and welcome member of this community. And I would love to see more of you in the comments section of all of our videos. Don't think for a second, any of you who are listening, just because a video already exists, it doesn't matter if it's a week old, a month old, or a year old. The videos are still available to be watched, and people are still watching all of the videos. Every one of the videos are being watched every day. And every day there's an opportunity. Every time you watch any of those videos, there's an opportunity for you to be of service in the comment section of the videos down below. That's why I say that in every single one of the videos, okay? We make the videos to be timeless so that regardless of what day or what holiday or even what year it is, you can enjoy the content. And there are other people out there besides you that are going to need your service. And that's when I want to see those people in the comment section. I want to see people like Heart Signs and Lucy Luce and Marta D, the people. I want to see all of you, but I especially want to see these people in the comment section and being of service in the comment section and being of service in the chat, in our chat, live chats every Friday and Sunday. Speaking of which, we are doing a live stream on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's right. Mark your calendar right now. Get yourself a moment. Grab your phone, open up your phone, and I'm going to do it with you. So I'm going to get out of my live chat. I'm going to go to my home screen. I'm going to go to my calendar, do it along with me. And we're going to find Wednesday. Boop. And we're going to open our calendar right here. And then I'm going to go to 7 p.m. I said 7 p.m. So I'm going to go to 7 p.m. and whatever. You know how to do this. So go to your calendar, 7 p.m., not 7:30. And then we're going to say, getting sober again. In all caps, I'm writing live stream. So we're doing a live stream on Wednesday instead of an episode because I'm overwhelmed with work. And I'm working on our website. I can't wait for you to see the website. It's going to be so awesome. On a scale from 1 to 10, Sam, how cool is the website in your opinion? You could say like you don't have to say 10.
I'd say like a 10.
But
maybe 11.
Maybe an 11. It's really cool. So I'm working on the website. So it's gonna be version 1.0. I can't do all the bells and whistles. I'm still learning. So along with like learning how to put these cool little flashy things on the live stream and whatever, and trying to observe my own sobriety and being of service to you, and coming up with the next episode, I also need time to create the next episode. The next episode is going to be my 1 year of sobriety. So I'm gonna put out that episode next Wednesday. So that episode's gonna be out on November 3rd. Okay, so I'm gonna be 1 year sober on October 30th, which is this coming Saturday. But I need time to contemplate. I want to, talk about the pros. I want to talk about the cons. I want to talk about, I want to say nice things about you all too. But coincidentally, I also wanted to hold it back, but it's a coincidence. It's going to be episode number 127. Pop quiz. Who remembers which episode was the first episode of my current streak of 1 year of sobriety? Who remembers which episode was the episode that was the first episode of my current 1 year streak? So I'll give you a hint. My 1 year of sobriety episode is going to be episode 127. Anybody got a guess? Your hint is 1 year is going to be 127. Let's guess. Put it in the chat room. Cindy Palmer said, Jay, maybe live streams every Wednesday. You didn't have to shout every. Jeez. Every Wednesday would be cool. Yeah, all right. K-Dot is the winner with an honorable second place. An Olympic second place. We're talking about milliseconds. See, I can't even say your first name right. Jason Schmedecki. Schmedecki. Yeah, it's 27. So episode number 27 was when I officially started my current streak of 1 year of sobriety. That's when I came back. And so episode number 127 is coincidentally, totally a coincidence, but I love that things start to line up, right? Our numbers, things like that. Other day, we had, who saw the post? We had 7,777 subscribers the other day. So check this out. So I went, and so like Marta D and other people were like, maybe that's the universe telling you can't sign it, or maybe you got a lucky number. And I was like, maybe you're right. Maybe I should go play the lottery. And I did play the lottery. I played a lot of the lottery. I got to pick 3. For midday, 777, right? Is that backwards on your screen? Hold on, is it 7? What is that? Is that 7? Whatever it is. So I did 777, midday lottery, pick 3. And I also did 777, evening draw, right? For the pick 3. And just because the number was 7777, 7,777 subscribers, I also did the pick 4 midday, and I did the pick 4 evening draw for the Ohio lottery to test my luck, just to see what would happen. So guess what? The pick 3 number. Guess what the pick 3 number was for the evening draw? It wasn't 777. It was 666. You can't make this stuff up. It was 666. Whatever that means. It was 666. What are the odds that it would be actually 3 numbers, 3 consecutive numbers, but it wouldn't be 777, that it would be the mark of the beast, 666. All right, let's get back to some comments. The devil wants to dance. And clothing is optional. Just saying. You know what happens when you drink. You know what you did. Yeah. Cindy Palmer said, you now have over 7,800 subscribers. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that we're not keeping it at 77, at all 7s. It would sort of be nice, but like for like 2 seconds. And it was. I'm glad. I actually just passed 7777 on my mileage on my car. And I wish that I had taken video of it. I think that I passed 777 this past week. Soul Funk said, I once heard 777 is God's number, as it is for perfection. And we all know who has 666. Yeah, that's right. But you know what's interesting is because we were talking about that in the Friday live stream. And then on Saturday, I hit 7,777 subscribers, right? So check this out, though. In Friday's live stream, we talked about, at the beginning of the live stream, I don't know if it got recorded or not because my live stream got killed 3 times. Or twice. And then we got it right on the 3rd try. But I was talking about the beginning of the episode. I was watching Mike Tyson podcast and his Hot Boxing podcast. He had Michael Francis. Who remembers Michael Francis? Yeah, the former capo of the the Colombo crime family. Anyway, so he was talking about, Mike Tyson was talking about so he was talking about how his former trainer, Cus D'Amato. So Mike Tyson was talking about his former trainer, Cus, C-U-S-D, apostrophe, Amato, A-M-A-T-O, Cus D'Amato, told Mike Tyson that he was blessed and that God was looking over him, God was watching. And Mike Tyson, he interpreted that if God is watching me, if I'm big enough, if I'm on God's radar, that I also must too be on the devil's radar. So the timestamp would be, if you're on God's radar, you may also be on the devil's. It means you're doing some good work, and it's okay. I don't want to go down trying, but I'm going to be going down eventually anyway. So might as well do the Lord's work. Amen. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Amen. In a non-sarcastic tone. All right, what do we got? Hold on, we got some other things going on here. K-Dot said my friend got married on 7/7/7. Whoa. Vegan A said Mike Tyson went vegan, plant-based, changed his life. Yeah. I think so did also becoming a cultivator of cannabis also saved his life. Or changed his life. But I mean, I think he was always like that though. But it's interesting to see, people are gonna be who they are and how they are. I know that sobriety is not for everybody, but it happens to be, for us. And that's what we're trying to facilitate here. It's like fit in where you get in, right? Nice fun bumper sticker. Fit in where you get in. And like I said, like this isn't you. So let me back up though. So this channel is about finding balance for your life, but we can apply the principles that we learned here at Getting Sober again to other areas of life and maybe other addictions in life. But we just simply take the word alcohol, toss it out the window, and we put in shoe shopping. Bloop. We put in illicit drugs. We put in prescription drugs, opioids, whatever, gambling. We put those different things in there. We can still use the same principles. So that's why I try to be very particular and carefully craft the words that I use when I say these things so that you can use your own imagination and know that and think that and believe that they will apply towards wherever your life may be out of balance. All right, let's see. Who else said what else? I'm going to go back and look for anybody who tagged me in a message. Thank you to Teresa Heron. I appreciate you for being the first person to donate to today's live stream. Well, we've got $5 on the board, and I'm thankful for it. If any more shows up, if we get double digits, that would be great. But if not, it's okay too. It's all good. Let's see. Oh, Sam is now bright yellow. Cindy's bright yellow. No, Sam is not. Are you yellow?
Yeah, I've been yellow.
You've been yellow.
I thought I've been yellow.
So I don't know if you knew this about the ... Oh, let me put the ... on the screen. So when you become an official supporter of our channel here on YouTube, you get the ... this ... next to your name. Not this one specifically. You have to earn this. You have to earn all of them. When you're brand new, when you first sign up to become an official member of our community, because you are green, you are new, you get green. The next one that you get is teal. Then the next one is yellow. Then the next one is orange, then red, or it's fuchsia, I think. And then you get black. So that's the order. So it's the longer that you are supporting us while we are supporting you, you get it gets the colors get warmer. They go from green to teal to yellow to orange to red. Then you get the official black, the black and white, which is the official colors of our channel. Because again, everything's in black and white. All right, let's see. Oh, did we even put that? Hold on. I thought we had another poll question. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask it. All right, new poll. Who's ready for a new poll question? Here comes a new poll question. The new poll question is the letter B. It's, were you making other toxic decisions while consuming alcohol? And the answer is going to be yup and nope. All right, here we go. And oh, Hippie Chick's going to bed. Why? All right. Do you get some rest? Been following for a while. Happy to be here. Heart shines. Oh, I said signs earlier. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, like following, being a subscriber, but then becoming an official member. You know. So that lets me know, like, if we think about this, like if this was like a company or whatever, and you were all like investors in this company, it's like you're invested in our growth. Just like if you buy Apple or if you buy Netflix or whatever, it's like, you know, I am promising to continue to return on your investment, to continue to provide more content for you to continue to get sober, stay sober, and be sober. You know, because it's a journey for sure, and it's not just like just because you got sober, you know, you got sober for 6 days doesn't mean you're guaranteed a 7th day, right? It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a month or 3 months or anything beyond that. So we're going to continue being here, and it lets me know it's a clear way of knowing that, because like anybody can give videos a thumbs up. So if you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up to let YouTube know that we're doing some good content, or making some good content over here, right? So people, just like you were looking for this content, weren't you? Let me ask you a direct question. Were you looking for sobriety content at one point? Yeah. So are other people, right? There are roughly 8 billion people out there that don't know that we exist. So by just simply giving this video a thumbs up, that will let YouTube know that this is content worth sharing, right? So anybody can give this video a thumbs up. Anybody can give the video a comment, right? Anybody can come to the live streams and chat with us, right? But when you make that investment, you actually have to make another step. You actually have to sign up as an official member, and that lets me know. Like, it makes me just like thinking about empathy for a second. Like, put yourself in my position for a second, right? Like all the work that we're putting in here that I love to do. I love doing this work. But think about how happy it makes me feel when I'm doing these live streams and live chats, and I get interrupted, and it says that somebody just committed to becoming an official member of this channel. Somebody just committed to officially supporting you in this journey. That makes me feel really, really special. So if any of you have ever been made to feel special during this channel, from a shout out, or from me personally messaging you back on Instagram or on Reddit or on Facebook or via email or in the comment section or in the live chats or just by voice over here by saying hi to you or whatever, if you've been made to feel special, you know, I like to feel special too. And that's one of the ways that you can definitely let me know that you love what we're doing here. So you don't have to do it. It just makes me feel really good. That's all. All right, so let's look at the poll question. The poll question is, were you making other toxic decisions while consuming alcohol? 90% of you, a resounding yup, said, yeah, you're making other toxic decisions. I think that one was a no-brainer, so we'll put that question to rest. And does anybody, I'll do a freebie. Does anybody, the first person to ask a question, alcohol or sobriety related question, we will ask if it's make it in the form of a yes or no question, and I will pick. How about this? I'll pick one. So let's get some questions, and we'll take crowd participation questions to ask the community. Any question that's sobriety, alcohol, sobriety, addiction related, right? Make it a yes or no question, and I'll pick one, and then I'll put it up. We'll ask the question. Lucy Luce said nicotine and caffeine are addictive. Vegan A said, I think all drugs lead to toxic decisions, bad relationships, and bad diet choices. It's all connected, and people who are clean, clear, and bright are very threatening to those who are not. Well said. Preliminals here? Preliminal. Welcome. You know, Sam, the moderator, and I were practicing saying your name the other day. Preliminal. We were just saying it back and forth. We were at the bar. We were at the bar. We were playing pool. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like playing pool anymore. And we went out in the back and we were talking to some people on the way out. And Sam and I were just like standing out back, looking at each other, talking to each other like crazy people. And all we were saying was preliminal, 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 preliminal. And that's all we were saying. So imagine we were in Cleveland, Ohio, standing on a standing on a patio 2 nights ago. Oh, it was last night? What night was it? 2 nights ago on Friday, after the live stream on Friday, and we were saying your YouTube name to each other, and and nothing else. And people were just like, "What are they talking about over there?" All right, I'm waiting for your questions. Prelim. That's all right. I'm likable. I hope I'm likable. We'll see. Next question. So all right, who's the question? Who's got the question though? So we're offering. Hey, look at that! Cindy Palmer just became an official member of the community. Cindy Palmer, who's gonna be 60 days sober soon. I have it in my calendar. Can't. Did it? Did it fully come up?
In a second. It's like a little bit delayed.
Did it work? All right, I can't do all this dead air. So Cindy Palmer is going to be 60 days sober on my 1 year anniversary of being sober. So on October 30th, we'll be able to shout out Cindy Palmer and say congratulations to Cindy Palmer, not to me, but just to Cindy Palmer. Heart shines. All right. Oh, my thing blinked. What was that about? Yeah, I don't know. It's not showing up because I hit it because I didn't want it to be truncated and whatever. I'll figure it out later. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it right now. Woot woot. All right, cool. Cindy Palmer said woot woot. Oh, look at who's here. Dogs are garbage, aka Ashley said, hey everyone. And Heart Shines, not heart signs. Is also, look at all these members. Look at this. Marta D, Lucy Lou, Cindy Palmer, Dogs are garbage, aka Ashley, and Heart Shines. We're lighting this thing up with new members. I love it. All right. Oh, so the what I said was, I'm gonna ask a question. If nobody asks a question, I thought you'd all want to ask. Somebody want to ask. What I offered the community, I said, if anybody wants to ask, I will ask a question on your behalf. If you want to ask the community a yes or no question that has to do with sobriety. So let me know. So let me go over to my polls. I got to go up to the top and, oh, didn't I have polls written or questions? Where are they? Oh, here they are. I see. All right, stop. Don't scroll. It scrolls my screen too. What made you want to get, I can't ask that question. Hold on. Oh, I did, but that was multiple questions. Has this channel, has the community benefited you? Ooh. Do you have people in your life that need to be sober? We think we asked that question already, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. People in. Are there people in your family that need to desperately get sober? Do you have people in your life that will not support you in your journey? I didn't ask it yet. All right. Hooray! I've got a new question. Who's ready for a new poll question? I'm ready for a new poll question. Look at all these green. Look at all these dots. Look at. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2. Everybody consecutive. The entire screen. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Oh, hold on. Don't notice anything. Oh, everybody's a member. Well, from my perspective, everybody that's talking right now is a member. Look at all the dots. It's crazy. And then Sam. I love it. I feel special. This is awesome. Oh. I think at year 2 of sobriety, I'll. Hey, look at that! Chuck just became an official member of our community. All right. Well, I mean, he's already an official member, but of the YouTube with the ... There's only a way. I wish that I can consolidate all this in just one thing, like where the Patreon mixed together. But like, so they did have different offerings. The Patreon is the only way that you can get the Getting Sober Again mug. Like, I can't tie that into the YouTube membership. But then the YouTube membership is the only way that you can get the ... next to your name. Like, they don't tie together. So, well, you know, what was I gonna do? Oh, hold on a second. I did that. I did it on my phone. Or I was gonna ask a question. Oh no. Yeah, I did. Hold on. You didn't write anything, did you?
No.
There it is. X. All right, we're doing a new poll, I swear. All right, here comes. Ta-da! All right, the question is, do you have people in your life that I'm gonna write should consider getting sober? Here's your new poll question. Look at this. Mark TS is here, also a member. Hello to Mark TS. Sweet. And Clumsy Fisherman. Man, look at all these members. It's crazy. I never thought I would see the day where the whole screen, even if we had like, I thought like once we get up to like there'll be 100 people or whatever in our life, I never thought that I would see the whole string of messages be from members only. Oh, TK just asked an amazing question that I actually thought of before that I wanted to ask. Oops, hold on a second. Oh, we're going to ask that next. If the question is, have most of your relationships been made at a bar? That's going to be a great one to ask. Thank you, TK. How come you deleted it? Oh, did you? Well, I mean, we'll fix it. Sam will fix it, right, Sam? All right. Were you the one that was making it stop being black highlighted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Keep doing you. Mark TS. Well, I wonder what happens if I open up another streaming window. Can I have 2 streaming windows in case I'm learning. In case I accidentally close one out. I don't know what happens. Hopefully this. If anything happens, I apologize. I have 2 streaming windows up in the event that I accidentally close one, because all of you know, I always have way too many tabs open. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times 2. So I have 36 tabs open right now on one of my windows. Lucy Lou said, you certainly have the green flags flying. Congrats. Yeah, I do. This is so cool. I love this. TK has the question, and I love that question. We're gonna ask more of your questions. This is great. TK, keep them coming. How's Binky doing? Binky, if you're out there and if you're watching, I've heard so much about you. And you sound like an awesome person, and I hope that your life continues to be amazing, and may the world and the universe bless you with everything that you've ever dreamed of and more. From Jay and Sam and Cat Mom, who's my Cat Mom. I think people that think that Cat Mom's here, but Cat Mom lives at Cat Mom's house with more cats. So just a few cats. Hey, Sam.
Yes.
Would you, Sorry, everybody. I had to put the microphone on mute because I had to ask Sam to do something that was not channel related. It wasn't bad. I don't know. I don't know why I muted. I had to ask her to I had to put my comforter thing in the dryer because it's really big, and I want to be able to use it to sleep tonight. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. All right. What is going on here? Oh, cool. Soulful's a new member. 5 members in 1 live stream. This is amazing. This is so cool. I love this. I feel super special. Thanks, everybody. This is awesome. And I'm gonna have dry bed sheets tonight. Thank you, Soulful. You're awesome. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate all of you, like, continuing to contribute, like, because it's like, I was sort of like stressed out in the beginning. The channel continues to evolve and change, right? But one of the things, I was a little bit nervous in the beginning when we were doing the live streams. So, like, I don't know how we do this. I don't know what's going to happen. And they were kind of choppy in the beginning, and I didn't know what to expect, and like how many people were going to show up, and we'd have like 7 people live streaming, which is fine. It is what it is. And it's going to continue to grow, just like anybody. Like every YouTuber, whether they have 10 subscribers or 10 million subscribers, had to start at the beginning, right? And some people strike gold, sooner than others. But like as I said before, and I'll say it again, like, I didn't do this to get famous. I didn't do this to get rich. And I'm certainly neither one of those two things. And the focus is this community. And what makes this channel awesome is the community. Because otherwise, like, if it wasn't about the community, I would just make episodes, and I would just talk at you in videos, right? But I'm not trying to do that. I would just make episodes where you could comment if you wanted to, and I wouldn't even talk about like commenting or whatever. And I would be like, we got merch for sale. You can buy our merch. We got t-shirts, we got hats, we got posters or whatever. Like, but that's not what we're doing. I wanted to make this about community because I wanted what I didn't have. And I'm going to say that again. I wanted what I didn't have, and that is a community. I never really felt like I fit in anywhere in particular, and I knew that people I could vibe with would be out there somewhere. And that's what I really take great pride in with this channel, is the community, is being able to come here and see TK, and to be able to see Chuck, and to be able to see Marta D and Maddie D and Cat Mom and Sam and Hippie Chick and all of you that have that constantly show up, even if you just come here for a little bit. If you come here and you stay for the entire thing, or if you are in a different time zone, like if you're in the UK, and I'm sorry for those of you that are in the UK, I'm very aware that if you're in Europe, that you're probably not going to be able to come to our live streams and chat, because like most of you are sleeping right now. You're sleeping, getting ready to go to bed, or you're getting ready to go to bed, or you're in bed. Hopefully you're not sitting there watching me and getting the blue light in your eyeballs. But if that's what's going to take to help you to get sober, stay sober and be sober, then so be it, and that's what you got to do. We got to make the sacrifices while we can. And sometimes maybe you're sacrificing sleep so that, you're sacrificing trying to just get 5 hours of sober sleep, instead of caving into the bottle, and then ending up blowing your whole night, and then ending up showing up to work hungover, and then maybe jeopardizing losing your job, or having a conversation with your partner again, and where they say, that's enough is enough. I told you last time that the last time was the last time, and this is it. So whatever you got to do, and I'm happy to be here for it. I'm very proud of this community. I'm very proud of all of the people that we have here. And I'm very proud of the fact that so many of you believe in the mission that we're trying to provide for so many other people. But when I say that, it's like we are providing this for other people. It isn't just my words in episodes. It's not just my words in the live streams. It's our words in the live stream and in the chat window. It's our words in the live stream, in the chat room, and in the comment section down below. So for people like in the UK, for example, a lot of these people are watching in the UK and then commenting in the comment section because they're listening to they're listening to live streams well after the fact. They're listening to live streams maybe when they're on their way to work, in their car, on the train and the subway, wherever it is, or riding their bike to work, or maybe they get the luxury of being able to listen to podcasts while they're at work, and this information is helpful to them. So I'm very happy that we're able to do this work. I'm very happy that you're all contributing. I'm very happy that that Donna's here finally. Where have you been, Donna? We were just waiting for Donna to show. We were waiting for you to show up so we can end the live stream. No, I'm just joking. We're not going to end the live stream. Not yet. I don't have anywhere to be. And Jat is here. So there we go. Look, so Jat says nearly 2 a.m. here in England. Worth staying up for. That's what I love to hear. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you're not sabotaging yourself, though. That you're not using this channel to sabotage, your tomorrow. We have to put our best foot forward tomorrow. Sleep it's invaluable. We need it, right? You can't live without sleep, obviously. Let's see. Who else is here that I missed? Sorry if I missed anybody. We have a lot going on. All right, so we have a couple of questions. Dogs are garbage, aka Ashley, has contributed a question, and I love it. TK has a question coming up first, so we're gonna ask that question, and let's see what the answer was to our poll. You got 5 seconds to answer the current poll, which is, do you have people in your life that should consider getting sober? 82% of you said yes. So we're going to end that poll. Thank you for answering. See, we're all learning, right? So now you know that you're not alone. You're amongst, if you're one of those 82% of people, you're part of a group of 82% of people around the world. Granted, we have a small test subject or a small test control group, right? But we got people from all over the world. We got people from the UK, from Canada, from the United States, from Australia, from all over the world that are here with us. And from varying size communities. We found that out too, right? All right, so TK had a question. And the question is... Oh, hold on a second. I love dogs are garbage's question. Ashley. I'm just going to call you Ashley. You know you're Ashley. I know you're Ashley. Everybody knows you're Ashley. It's a lot to say. It's a hilarious name. It's one of my favorite names, but it's a lot to say. All right, the question from TK is TK. Boop, 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 boop. Have most of your relationships been made at a bar? Is the question. I gotta put my phone on the charger. Uno momento while you're all answering that question. Uno momento. I'm coming back. I'm just charging my phone. My phone's dying. I'm coming. I'll be back in 10 seconds or less. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm back. Told you. In your face. Love you. All right, what happened? Chuck said, Jay, this is so much more than a YouTube channel. It's a family of support. That's right. I love that. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. Cool. That's what we're going for here. I love that. Veganese said, spelling arg. As I was saying, relationships, I left my ex because he was addicted to prescription drugs. I want to be around people who want to learn and be better versions of themselves. Sam and I are both clapping to that. And I'm intentionally clapping longer, because that's a very good thing to say. We just read Veganese's comment at 8:48 in the chat, which said, I want to be around people who want to learn and be better versions of themselves. And that's what we talk about all the time, is making better decisions instead of worse decisions, and continuing each day to make even more, a higher ratio of better decisions to worse decisions. Some are going to sneak in, right? The devil wants to dance, right? But we gotta figure out how, in what music we're going to play that the devil can dance to. Now I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I be more productive? Like, how can I shape my business mind in my eye? And how can I entertain this? We have light and we have darkness. Like, how can I entertain that energy and that spirit? Or how can I redirect that energy in that spirit so that it doesn't derail me from what my priorities are. And that's something that I'm learning. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Who knows? All right, so we got Lucy Lou said maybe 10K subscribers by December. Yeah, I don't know. I'm personally gearing up. I told you all last live stream that I am gearing up. I've hit the brakes on my clients without. I'm put it this way. I'm taking a leap of faith and going as head on as possible with getting sober. Again. Am I a little scared? Yeah, I'm a little scared. I don't really have a safety net exactly. I sort of do. I'm working my butt off right now with the last of my clients, so that I can get myself in a position for New Year's Eve. That's where I'm trying to, or for New Year's Day. So 2022, January 1st, 2022, when everybody's doing what? New Year's resolutions, right? So I'm getting myself in a position for New Year's resolution to be of the most support and of the most assistance to people along their newly forming sobriety journey. So that's where I need your help. It's not just me. I want to make sure that this community is galvanized and solidified, and that we have the website up, and we have more services to offer. We have more good things that we can continue to do for other people. And this is where you get to be teacher. This is where you get to be counselor. This is where you get to be supporter, mediator, whatever it is, because we all, all of our voices matter. And that's we got to know. And I want you to think, I want you to know and to memorize and project that January 1st isn't just the new year. That time is an illusion, right? But what's really happening on that day? In a very real way, people are going to be coming off of probably the biggest hangover of their life. People are going to be looking to make not just one change, because people are going to be wanting to get sober, right? What else are they going to want to do? Cut back on sugar. I'm going to cut back on carbs. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to read more books. I'm going to read a book a week. They set all these lofty goals and expectations. And those things are all well and good. Those are amazing. Those are all great goals to have. But is it overwhelming? Yeah, just doing one of those things is overwhelming. Just if you just said, I'm just going to lose weight, that's overwhelming. If you're just going to cut back on carbs, what are you going to think about all day? Pasta, lasagna, cookies, donuts, pastries. I can't have any of these things anymore. That's what you're going to think about, right? And people put themselves through, they kill themselves on January, if not literally, but with the struggle of giving up all these new things, making these huge life changes on January 1st, we struggle, and throwing sobriety in there too. And then by the end of the week, it's well, we didn't get around to reading that book because we were too tired from the gym, and because I was too sore. I don't know. I didn't really get around to I needed a treat because I wasn't sober. I didn't think because I was sober, and I didn't want to give that up. And so, but I needed something, so I went back on sugar. So I'm on sugar, and at least I'm going to the gym. So those two things kind of cancel each other out. So we let sugar back in. But I had a stressful day, and then I had a drink, but one drink isn't so bad, and then we start bargaining with ourselves and lowering the bar more and more and more. So we need to know that we are all collectively going to be of service to the new class of 2022. So I need your help. And thinking about new questions to ask to the community, hit me up, emailing me at gettingsoberagain@gmail.com, all one word. Coming by the website when we have that up, making sure that you're helping me populate our Instagram page, which is in the video description down below. Coming to our Facebook group, which is in the video description down below. To our Twitter if you want to go there. To our Reddit if you want to go there. So I need your help. We need to tell somebody about the channel. We asked the question a little while ago. Is there somebody that you know of that could benefit from being for getting sober? So the question was, do you have people in your life that should consider getting sober? 81% of you said yes, right? So maybe make a suggestion, maybe slide one of your favorite episodes over to them via text. It's like, hey, I just started watching this guy. He's really cool. You can be kind of like sly about it or slick, or just be like, this guy has really nice hair. Maybe you should check it out. And then meanwhile, like they need to get sober, and they're just like, oh yeah, he does kind of, and I kind of resonate with his message. He has that one little crooked tooth though. I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is, right? All right, so the question was, have most of your relationships been made at a bar? I'm surprised. How about you, Sam?
Yeah, me too.
Sam and I are both surprised that the answer was 74% of you said no, that your relationships were not made at a bar. Where did you all make your where'd you meet people at? The grocery store, the library? You're just getting all loosey goosey at the grocery store. That's interesting. I thought it was gonna be flipped, for sure. All right, we're gonna end that poll. We're gonna ask a new poll, so we're gonna log that answer. That is surprising to me. How about you, TK? Do you think those are gonna be the numbers? I thought it was gonna be flipped. All right. So this is Ashley's question. Ashley's question is coming up next. If anybody else has a question, you can send it in a form of a super chat and make a donation to our channel of any amount that you would like. We've already knocked out the free one, but you can ask some free ones, and if I really want it, what was it? What? What question? Oh, well, it's going to be on the screen. You can just copy the whole thing, right? The next question is going to be on the screen. But I mean, yeah, I can try. I'm just trying. I thought I was doing you a favor. All right, so this one's from Ashley. And the question is, do you find it harder to be intimate while you're sober? Great question. I love that question. And the question is now in the document, Sam. All right. Heart Shine said, the majority of my relationships did not start in a bar, but they eventually involved alcohol. Ooh. Let's see. Prelim said 50% at a bar. 50%. Yeah, I guess. Now that I think of it, my ex, technically, we met at a bar. And my last relationship, that was like 8+ years or 7+ years. And then, but then before that, I hadn't been in a relationship for like 2 years before that. I've had very long. I've only been in a few. I've only been in a few actual relationships. I've been on a bunch of dates, sort of, but like I'm kind of awkward and stubborn, believe it or not. But yeah, I'm not really the type of person to like go and hit on people. I don't even be ambiguous, to hit on women at a bar. I'm not that type of person. Like, hey, how about I buy you a drink? I'm not the type of person. I'm like, how about I'll buy myself some drinks and then maybe you'll like what I have to say. That's kind of how I am. But I don't know. I just kind of kept to myself. I'm kind of like I kind of don't want to bother people. Like, I want to bother people in different ways. I want to bother people in the ways of like, are you thinking about our collective future type of way? And like, what do you think about the moon landing kind of way? And like, and what about that? What about the Zapruder film with JFK? I don't know what do you think about that? Is that real? And 9/11, the Patriot Act. How do we feel about that? Like, what do we have opinions about that? No? All right, never mind. Hey, do you guys, anybody have any opinion on the Patriot Act and the moon landing? No, you guys. Hey, is anybody over here like the 9/11 does that set it? No. So that's how I like to bother people. I'm not really interested in like going for like superficial reasons. Sometimes I am. I've been a couple of times. I've been in a mood. Put it that way. I've been in a mood a couple of times. In a companionship mood while I've been at a bar. But for the most part, I'm just like, meh. I'm going to go home and eat a can of soup and a half a box of pizza rolls and some Funyuns. I hope I have Funyuns. I'll get Funyuns on the way home. Do I have any ice cream? I'm going to get some ice cream. And then, yeah, I'm going to go home and eat. That's usually kind of how I am. I'm going to go home and just like not bother anybody. That's kind of how I am. Or I'd be the opposite. I'm like, I need to find an after party now. All right, so look at the poll. Check it out. We got a new poll. Oh, I forgot to do new poll. We have a new poll up, everybody. If you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up to let YouTube know that we're doing awesome work over here for people that are looking for sobriety content. So you are looking for sobriety content. That means that other people are looking for it. So let's give this video a thumbs up and let YouTube know, hey, this is sobriety content. People that are looking for it might want to check this one out. Pretty please. Thank you. So the question is, do you find it harder to be intimate while you're sober? I love this question. I'm not going to answer it. It might be yes. But 40% of you said yes. And remember, the answers are anonymous. I have no idea what people say. I have no idea who said what. There's no way for me to check. And I wouldn't be interested. That'd be kind of weird. All right, so here we go. So it got even smaller. The yes, I'm surprised by this one too. The question is, do you find it harder to be intimate while you're sober? 38% of you said yes. 62% of you said no. Very interesting. 2 questions. I guessed wrong. Interesting. Chuck said there are a few questions gone unanswered about 9/11. That's all I would say about that. Well, you know what's interesting about 9/11? I was talking to people from Canada, and maybe you can message me, Chuck, later. But like in the public school system, you know, when I was, I'm gonna go a little off topic. Pardon me. Hopefully you don't lose too many viewers. But so a lot of you know that I used to be a stepdad, right? For 7 years I was stepdad, and while I was stepdad, the kids came home. And remember, you know what you learned in history class. So if you're in your 60s, what you learned in history class and kind of ended as, you know, isn't updated from that period on, right? So from if you're in your 60s, your education stopped in like what, the 1970s, like 71 or something like that. I don't know, whatever the math is on that. In the 70s. So that's when your formal public education ended. So your public education history ended, and then from the 70s forward, you don't know what was being taught, and especially if you had kids, because a lot of that homework doesn't come home, right? And so they say, like, you know, the victors write the story. The victors write history. So we're the ones that are writing the history, you know, here in the United States, we're the ones that are writing the history of like what happened with World War II. And it's factual information though too. But my point is, with like 9/11 specifically, when I was a stepdad, I remember the kids came home and said, I was like, oh, what'd you all learn in school today? And it's like, oh, we took a quiz on the facts of 9/11. I was like, the facts of 9/11? Are you F-A-C-T-S facts, not F-A-X facts? The facts? And they're like, yeah, the facts. I was like, what are the facts about 9/11? You come here and tell me what show me what you're talking about are the facts of 9/11. And it was like interesting because a lot of the homework wasn't coming home. A lot of like what they were being tested on wasn't, and you don't think about it sometimes. Like, well, yeah, math is going to be math. Like 2 + 2 isn't going to be, it's still going to be 4, right? You know, I know there's situations where it couldn't be 4, but you get my point. Like math, universal truth are still going to be true. Like facts, those facts are going to be facts. Like science is still going to be science. Math is still going to be math, right? And then other things are kind of subjective, like social studies, whatever, history, things like that. And then, but I was talking to somebody from Canada, and they were saying just like, oh yeah, there was just a massive amount of inconsistencies about 9/11, and we don't subscribe to the notion of the official narrative that's being told and broadcast and taught in the American education system. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's interesting because it's a thing that happened in the world, but it wasn't what happened to you. So I'm interested. So if you want to talk about that, if anybody wants to talk about 9/11, feel free to email me. But I don't want to take up too much time in the podcast talking about that because it's not about 9/11. Lucy Lou said, I'm sorry, Jack Kerouac is here. It says, hi, Jay and company. Hello, Jack Kerouac. Hey, Jack Kerouac, look at all the new official members that we have. Look at all these green dots next to them. We have 5 new official members of our community today. I love it. You are fashionably late. You are that. You are most certainly late. Ashley said, yeah, I find it nearly impossible to even think about anymore. I was also addicted, toxic relationship. Ooh. TK said, and New Year's Eve is on Friday this year. Yeah, that's right. So New Year's Eve this year is on Friday. So that means New Year's Day is on a Saturday, which gives people another opportunity to do what? Party and to not, but chances are probably what's going to end up happening is people are going to try to recover on Sunday and then start their New Year's resolution. We'll start on the 3rd, right? So that's probably what people are going to do. But I talked about that in one of my most recent previous episodes. Soulful said, I don't know if I've ever been intimate sober. Very sad. Thank God this is anonymous. Shy. Yeah. I wish I could say the same. Jay definitely said that. Chuck said there are a few questions gone. Oh, we said that. Read that one already. Ashley said, I find it very hard to be intimate sober. I was always drunk. Yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why some of us drank, is because it allows us. One of the reasons why people drink is because it allows us to become a little bit more physically spiritual in the moment, to lower our inhibitions, right? To allow ourselves to silence that inner voice, to that critical thinking, that harshness that maybe happens in our brains, and allows us to maybe relax, because it is a sedative, right? It allows us to become more maybe spiritual in a ritualistic kind of way, right? And so that's something that I personally am going to have to make an adjustment to, and that's something that I'm personally making an adjustment to. I haven't bothered to be in a relationship with anybody since getting sober. And it's not on my mind. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I'm not trying to be that close and that intimate with anybody while I'm on this particular mission, because I want to try to do things as properly and as in order as I possibly can. And hopefully, hopefully, have enough time to do all these things, because, we only have so much time, right? But I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, how to vibe those certain ways, how to get there. But that's not what's on my mind right now, because I know I'm of the opinion of, I can't say I know for sure, but I very strongly believe that if I get into a relationship, I will use that relationship again, potentially in a similar fashion that I used alcohol or any other addictions, because we know that love can be like a drug, right? We know that love lights up the brain, not unlike the way that cocaine lights up your brain. It's a fact. So we know that you can use people just the same way that you can use drugs or alcohol. I'm going to say that again. You can use people and relationships just the same way that you can use drugs or alcohol. So I don't want that. What I want is to continue to be of service to myself and be true to my needs, so that I can maybe later express and explore what maybe my wants and or desires are. But right now, my needs, my wants, and my desires happen to line up for one thing, and that is this community, and that's what I want to do, and continue to hone my craft as a creative person. But I very much feel that my purpose and my mission, I could be wrong, but I feel like my purpose and my mission is to be here, is to be present, is to give my best of myself to me and this community. I want to get up and out of bed and think about what's best for serving this community and to being of service of this community. I've always felt very strong and I've always felt drawn to and attracted to being of service to other people, but not in the way of not by way of active procrastination. If I do find myself falling, out of balance with what my needs are, somebody recently wrote to me, you know who you are, and told me to beware of burnout. And I've been told by multiple people, beware of burnout. Like Sam, have you ever heard me use a tone or use very descriptive words, being showing awareness of burnout? Yeah. It's not a secret. I've talked to my mom about potentially burning out, and just being aware of it and keeping a distance between me and burning out. I have to sometimes remind myself, like, hey, go play. Go play. What does your inner child want? Go have some ice cream. Go, just stop. Just go sit outside. Go for a walk. Go ride your bike. Just chill out for a little while. So I got to remind myself, because again, I'm a person. I'm a person. I have needs. I have wants. I have desires. But like for right now, that's what I'm focusing on. Right? Is this community? Right? So since we just asked that question, we just brought that up. Let's ask a new poll question. If you haven't yet, I saw we just had some new people join. Please give this video a big thumbs up. We might be going a little bit longer than we intended to today. We already 14 minutes past. Well, we also started a few minutes. I know somebody was like, but you started 10 minutes late. Let's see. Have you ever used a relationship like similarly to using drugs, I'll say alcohol and other addictions, question mark. Ooh. All right, the question is, have you ever used a relationship similarly to using alcohol and other it says addictions. Now, before you answer that question, let me kind of clarify what I'm talking about. When you use somebody to feel better, when you use somebody for physical intimacy, when you use somebody for couch validation, for Netflix and chill validation, when you use somebody as an excuse to not go anywhere, or to not be ambitious, when you use somebody as an excuse to just stay in bed a little longer, or to just to for the misery loves company thing, or somebody to enable you or to be enabled by in making collective toxic decisions. That's what I mean when I say, have you ever used a relationship similarly to using alcohol and other addictions? It's very easy, when you have a relationship that, they can be toxic. They don't necessarily have to be toxic for you to use them, right? But we know that relationships can easily become a substitute for ambition. A relationship can be a very easy substitute for socializing with your friends. You kind of just get used to it, and you get into this comfort zone, and you're just all about you're all about each other, and you kind of close out the world. You stop kind of growing as a person. You maybe stop growing intellectually. You maybe stop growing spiritually, mentally, emotionally, but then maybe you feel like a trade-off is like, well, we're achieving some things financially because we're going half and half on the rent and on the utilities and stuff like that. That's that. And then you have a guaranteed date, there's that. So that's what I mean. So that's a new poll question. So new poll question is up. If you want to answer it, it is up there for you. Also, a friendly reminder, if you didn't know, oh crap, hold on a second. Okay, good, never mind. So, a reminder, we said it earlier, if you didn't know, on Wednesday, we are going to not do an episode. There's not going to be an episode on Wednesday, but we are doing a live stream on Wednesday. So we are doing a live stream on Wednesday. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen. I want to put this reminder. I'm going to write it out for you. And we may be doing more live streams. We may, now that I have so much more content that I want to write. Don't get me wrong. If I never invented another idea for an episode, I probably have 3 years worth of topics. Don't worry about that. But I feel like since the quality of the live streams have become so much better, and they're so much more helpful and beneficial, and people like the live tied to connection, and there's more ways for you to be of service to this community by instantly chatting with people and or commenting in the comments section below. People are able to make donations to our community and our future needs. I think that it's more beneficial potentially in the long run, or at least in an immediate sense. I believe that episodes have more potential to grow and to be shared and to draw people in the long run. But I think that that the live streams are much more beneficial in a more immediate way, and they are way more beneficial for me time-wise, because they only take, even if I want to splurge and I want to be here with you for 3 hours, because I'm really feeling it, I'm having a good time, you're having a good time, we're liking the vibe, we're having a good time, we're answering questions. Even if I want to splurge and go for 3 hours, guess how long the whole thing takes me? 3 hours. If I want to do a 10-minute video for you, a 10-minute episode, can potentially take me up to 10 hours to produce, to write the episode, to edit the episode, to act and say each line, to do it's a lot of work. And I love doing the episodes, don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking that moving forward we'll make another change and another adjustment, and maybe we'll test it out and we'll do episodes every other Wednesday maybe, and then we'll do live streams maybe every other Wednesday. So we'll see how it goes. So maybe we'll ask the community, well, maybe that's gonna be another poll question about live streams every other Wednesday, question mark. So we'll figure it out. So we have a poll question up in the chat for you. If you haven't answered it yet, please answer the poll question. We're gonna be closing it out here shortly. And the poll question is, have you ever used a relationship similarly to using alcohol and other addictions? And we've got 64% of you have said yes. I keep hearing that bell ring. This bell. I'm wondering if one of the tablets are behind. I keep randomly hearing them, like, where's that bell ringing? Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, last poll question is kind of the last answer just came in. All right, so we're gonna end that one. Again, make sure to, if you're tagging me, so I'll see you. Eventually, too, I want to get a text number, like text your answers to sober, whatever, I don't know, to 867-5309, whatever it is. Are they muted? Interesting. But anyway, I want to be able to do like maybe like a text, and then I'll get your texts during the live stream, right? And then we can participate that way, and that might be better for like, but then yeah, I don't know how that works. We'll figure it out. But I'm super interested and curious about how to make this channel more interactive and make it more fun, so that like I want this channel to be enjoyable beyond sobriety. I would hope that you would like to come here and be like, yeah, but it's just a fun channel. Like, I like Jay's personality. His little crooked tooth is weird, but I like the channel. I like the questions. It's engaging, and it's a good time. It's a good vibe. It's good people. It's a vibe. All right, let's see. Jack Kerouac said, this is a great topic. I can see the logistical problems of getting into a relationship while on a sober journey. Very good. Good comment. All right, so let's see. Soulful said, I have always lost my ambition when it comes to relationships. Tended to drop the world for love. That's exactly what I was talking about. Way to phrase it better than me. Said, maybe it comes from feeling lack. Now I'm focusing on myself. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You nailed it, Soulful. I'm happy to have you here. Good job. Chuck's Flipside said, my ex and I used each other. There you go. She needed someone to move to a new town with her because her job moved, and I needed a new start. There you go. Jack Kerouac said, yes, I used to be in love with this woman who looked like a young Diane Lane. Hubba said, she was quite literally toxic since she was a drug dealer. That took a curve. That was that was a plot twist. I was not expecting that. Ashley said, yeah, I had toxic behaviors, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, negative relationships. How's that coming? What were you doing? Oh, so if you're gonna change that, you might want to take it out, because like the middle is probably not getting heated. So you may have to take it out and then, like untuck it, you know what I'm talking about? I take my fanny pack off. Sorry, it's like making my belly sweat, and my other areas sweat. Belly button. We're having a really good chat tonight. I'm really loving all these comments. Heartshine said, "I have been addicted to a relationship. I used it for pleasure, escape, and to validate my worth." There you go. When it ended, I almost died. Not joking at all. Learned a hard lesson. That's what I'm talking about. You see? Just like the withdrawal from drugs and alcohol, we have the withdrawal from love sickness. That would be a fantastic timestamp. Oh, Lucy, look at all this wisdom. Look at all you. Look at you wise, sober people. Look, Lucy said at 9:17. Drinking alcohol is just pouring gasoline on your anxiety. What do you work for, Hallmark? Good for you. Your BFF Tiff said no. All right. None of your business said yes. Distracted me from responsibilities and to escape reality. I stuck with it while I knew it would never work. Amazing. Let's see. Soulful said, glad to be here. Glad for you and this community. Ashley said, OMG, Jay. I don't even know what I said. Why are you laughing about? All right, here we go. New poll question. Oh, this is the same poll. Hold on a second. So that was the same one. Where are the poll question at? Oh, no. Where's the poll question? I forgot what it was. No. Oh, well. I forgot what it was. But we have so much to talk about in the chat room. I'm totally fine with not putting up a new poll question yet. But if anybody has a poll question that they want to ask, because we're having so much fun, you can send it with a super chat. Super chat is a way to donate to our community, and you can send as little as $1 and as much as $500 is the limit. Nobody's gonna send $500. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe somebody won the lottery. Maybe somebody picked 666 in the pick 3 last night in Ohio, because those were the winning numbers. If you didn't hear that story, I played 777 because we hit 7,777 subscribers yesterday. So I played the lottery, and I played 777, and the winning number was 666. Oh man. Did I miss a question? I don't think I missed a question. Yeah, if anybody else has a question they want to ask, let me know. Just send it. Tag me, send it, or you can send it with a super chat, whatever you want to do. I'm feeling very generous today since we have a lot of people being generous. So we're giving them away. We're allowing you. Normally the rule is if you want to stop the live stream to ask a poll question, the rule is you have to send a super chat, right? So we'll pause. We'll ask your question because it's something that you're curious about. But today, we're saying you could do that still, but we're also allowing you to ask freebies, and we'll ask the community. So if anybody has a question that they want to ask the community that's sobriety related, sobriety, toxicity related, alcohol, whatever, drugs, addiction related, ask, and we'll ask. But make sure it's a yes or no question, okay? And tag me so I could see it. Tag me at GettingSober, at the @ symbol. Here, Sam will write it for you and hit it and send it. What's going on with Skip? Skip said, pretty down on myself thinking of going to the store and drinking a whole 6-pack tonight. Well, look at that. Look at all the positivity coming your way, Skip. What's going on, Skip? What is going on that's got you in this place? And how long, can I ask, Skip, what's your current streak of sobriety that you're willing to give up your sobriety to go get a 6-pack? Your BFF Tiff said, maybe it's too early. I think I have a question. Well, I think I'm listening.
Lucy said he sent one to your email.
Lucy sent one to my email? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I don't check the emails while I'm doing a live stream because I'm doing a live stream, right? Did you ever do without anything? did you ever do anything? Did you ever do without anything to buy? Oh, I get what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. All right, we got a new poll question. Here we go. Uh-oh. Can somebody tell Skip about the asterisk rule while I'm putting up the question? All right, so we got a question. It's just phrased in a way that I don't know if it'll read right. All right, so the question is, did you ever do without anything to buy alcohol? So I'm gonna preface, i.e., yeah, skipping bills, meals, not going to work, etc. Or maybe not going to work, but selling things, selling your, yeah, you know what I mean, selling. I think that's what you mean, right? So the question is, did you ever do without anything, i.e. skipping bills, meals, selling possessions, etc., to buy alcohol? And I need to get rid of one character. Is one character too long? There we go. Boom. Nice. Cool. That is a question from Lucy Luce. I didn't put Lucy. I couldn't fit your name in there. And I also didn't know if you wanted it to be anonymous. If anybody wants to ask a question, you want it to be anonymous, send it to my email. But let me know that you've sent me an email. But also, Kat's going to be out of the bag if nobody else said, hey, check your email. Don't worry. This channel will be as close to perfect as possible eventually. But perfect is always, it's a revolving door, isn't it? Right? What people thought was perfection 800 years, or not 800 years ago, 200 years ago is not a sign of perfection now. You know, the definition of perfection is always changing. And perfection is not a P word that's involved in the 4 P's of sobriety, which is preparation, practice, patience, and persistence. It's never going to be perfection. Cat Snacks is here. Cat Snacks said, hi, friends. Just popping by to say hello, and I will watch the full stream later. I'm at work at my second job. Love you guys, and have a great week. Awesome. Love you, too. Thanks for coming by, Cat Snacks. Lucy said, alcohol is temporary fun, but permanent consequence. What are you writing? You're a factory of wisdom, Lucy Luce. I love it. K-Dot said it exactly. There you go. K-Dot said, are you listening, Skip? K-Dot said the asterisk rule, made up by me, well, by Jay, is if you have a streak going and blow it, say you're 28 days, and then you blow it on the 29th day, we're going to put an asterisk on that streak. So you were 28 days sober. We put an asterisk on day 29 because you blew it. Let's just, cat's out of the bag. You blew it. It's okay. Should you punish yourself for it? No. Pick yourself. So, like, here, let me ask you the question. Should you just stay down forever? No. Have you ever stayed? There will come a time where you will stay down forever, but that day is not today. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, look yourself in the mirror, whatever. Brush your teeth. Don't forget to floss, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, have a good meal. Watch something on Netflix, whatever you have to do, right? Binge watch Getting Sober, ... again. No need to get down on yourself. We've all been there. Hey, Sam, have you ever been there before? Yeah, I've been here. K-Dot's been here. K-Dot is one of the best examples of picking yourself up and dusting yourself off. K-Dot had an already impressive streak and then added an asterisk to the streak of sobriety, and then has now gone on to have much success, to have many consecutive days of sobriety. So what we're going to do, here, I'm going to talk to you again very specifically, Skip. So here's what happens. You're 28. Is that what it was? 28 days sober. So you're 28 days sober. You drank on day 29. I'm assuming today's day 30. Is that what it is? You get 1 asterisk. That's it. Just like whatever, any situation where there's going to be an asterisk next to it. It denotes that something happened, right? So you have an asterisk. It means that you have 28 days of sobriety with 1 asterisk. That asterisk means you drank once. We're cutting it off right there. We're done right there. There's no more feeling sorry for yourself. There's no more thinking about drinking. There's no more going back to drinking. There is a new lease on life, and that is the asterisk rule. You get 1 asterisk. You're going to move on, and once you are now 24 hours sober, 1 full day sober since that last drink, you can then continue counting your sobriety journey, which will then continue to have an asterisk next to it. Got it? All right, good. Now knock it off. Yeah, so look, K-Dot said 236 real days now without the asterisk. So the asterisk was 237 days ago. And Ashley brought up a good point. Let's the last comment, 934. Ashley said, do you know what else, Skip? You were honest about it. You didn't lie to us. That's pretty damn cool. And that's pretty damn cool. Because accountability matters. Accountability is one of the most important things. I wish it was a P word for sobriety. But accountability matters. It's one of the most important things for sobriety. You got to be honest with yourself. If you're not willing to be honest with yourself about sobriety, you're not going to have any success. If you're not willing to be honest with yourself about most things in your life, about how you feel about your relationship, about your family, about your job, about what you're eating, what you're wearing, what you're cooking, where you're going, what you're doing, how you're spending your free time. Why are you watching this on TV? Do you even really like the people that you're hanging out with? You start asking the bigger questions, and you're going to start to get better answers. We always say that the quality of the questions that you ask directly influence the quality of the life that you're going to have. It's that simple. Ask bigger questions. The questions you should be asking moving forward should be a little scary. They should be a little scarier. They should get a little bigger, and they should get a little scarier. You should feel a little bit of those little nerve butterflies. You're just like, I don't know, is this too big? Is it too big? You know, like I started praying more. I've prayed a couple of times during these live streams, but like I was nervous about that. Like I know some people aren't religious, and I'm putting myself out there, but I also know too, like when God asks you to do something, do something. And there have been times where I'm just like, I don't know, like I started praying like with Sam coming over for dinner. Like, hey Sam, did you know that I've never said grace before until you came over for dinner? Sam's never known that. I didn't start saying grace until recently at dinner. I just started that. I just started praying for people during this channel, like sometimes during the live streams, right? And that's something that I was like, I don't know. I'm like, should I do this? You got to take those bigger leaps. You have to be willing to challenge yourself, and it should feel a little scary. You are challenging yourself. You are pushing yourself, and you should have those butterflies where you're just like, I don't know. Am I nervous? Am I excited? Am I scared? I'm not really sure. Let's find out. Find out what happens when you ask yourself a bigger question and you find out what the answer is. And then find out again. Do it again. Find out again. Think back about the first time you had peanut butter and jelly. Think of anything basic that you like, macaroni and cheese, ice cream, whatever, playing on the playgrounds, playing kickball, and you tried it and you're like, I don't know, it tastes weird, or the texture's weird, I'm not sure if I like it. And then you had a second time, you're like, okay, I kind of like it. And then maybe you heard somebody that you're like, okay, maybe I do like it. Maybe I've been getting used to this. And just like we talk about with the 2190 rule. What is the 2190 rule? It takes 21 days to develop a habit. And then it takes 90 days for it to become a permanent change. So try it again. Ask yourself a bigger question. Get yourself out of your comfortability zone. Get yourself out of it. Because chances are there's probably not enough people in your life, and I'm happy to be here for it, to do it with you, not for you. You have to challenge yourself, because chances are you probably haven't surrounded yourself with a lot of people that are going to challenge you and help you to do bigger and better things and ask bigger and better questions and take yourself out of that comfort zone where you might fall down again. You might fall off your bike again. You might look silly on a treadmill if you haven't run on a treadmill. You might look silly jogging around the neighborhood and everybody can tell that you're out of shape. Do something that's going to make you feel silly and look silly and get better at it. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to do something different, because you are already in the habit of doing toxic things. You already developed habits of toxicity and bad decisions. And now we have to develop new habits. And now you know better. I didn't just make this up. The 21-90 day, we know this. It's not exact science, I know. But if you're not willing to at least do something for 21 consecutive days, then again, this is going to be the definition of insanity. You're going to ask for and hope for and continue doing the same old thing, but expecting different results, right? So 21 days to develop a habit, 90 days for it to become a permanent change. That's why we say the 90 days of sobriety it's essentially the bar for getting to sobriety, for establishing that you are well into your sobriety journey. And also know, though, too, that honeymoon phase, that pink cloud phase, where everything is all sunshine and rainbows, and you're just like, I'm doing it, I'm sober, everything's great, I can't do anything wrong, I'm going to the gym, I'm eating healthier, I'm doing whatever, I have better decisions, I have better habits, right? And then one day it kind of comes along and you're just kind of like, things were kind of cool, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not really doing it, and that's not really doing it for me as much anymore, I'm not really sure. And then you're just kind of get into a funk, and that's gonna happen too. And then you get to practice sitting with those feelings. You get to practice thinking about alcohol again. You get to practice thinking about revisiting some of those old haunts again. And you get to practice saying no. You get to practice discipline. You get to practice patience for sobriety. Those things are coming too. We're getting opportunities to practice. We don't have to practice. We are getting opportunities. Some people don't get those opportunities. Some people never get sober, and some people lose their lives getting sober. So look at the silver linings, because there will always be many silver linings, correct? There will be many positive ways to look at any given situation. You know that, I know that, this whole community here knows that. So continue moving forward with your sobriety journey. All right, let's see. Soulful said, AA was not an option for me, none around. I prayed for someone just for support, then stumbled on your channel the next day. Really? Is that a real story? That's insane. I am going to add that as my first testimonial. We're adding testimonials for the website, and I am going to add that one. That's a fantastic testimonial. If anybody, I need testimonials. If any of you are willing, if you're so kind, pretty please, and if you don't mind, I would be grateful, which is today's topic, gratitude and sobriety. I would be grateful if some of you are willing to send a very small paragraph, very small paragraph, like 2-3 sentences of testimonial, if you wouldn't mind, pretty please, that are going to go on the website, and they will be rotating on the website. So pretty please, if you have some testimonials, I now have one. I mean, there's plenty more in the comment section. I just have to go back, and I would love it if people would just send me some awesome ones, and I wouldn't have to spend a bunch of time going back and looking through all the old videos but I am going to do that. Huh? Same what you're going to look. And I am going to, and if you do leave some awesome comments or whatever, I am going to, if you don't mind, credit you for that testimonial. So Soulful has the first official testimonial. That is an amazing one. There you go. Quotes. Wonder why it highlights in black, but then the letters are white. That's interesting. Oh, you have a document.
Yeah.
But did you start it yet, though?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I shared, didn't I? Oh, it's you. You're the owner.
yeah.
Oh, cool. Great. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I just added to it. You're the owner. Sam and I, we share Google Docs. And sometimes chili. I'm kind of looking forward to eating that chili. Heart Sign said, y'all are so real and honest. I too struggle. I've only made it 7 days straight this month, but I know I'm going to succeed. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to hear. Prelim said, I looked up Getting Sober a few days ago, and it brought me to this channel. Awesome. Wait, you looked it up, Prelim? You looked it up on YouTube or on Google? I'm kind of curious about the what do you call it? The analytics. Soulful said, yeah, first testimonial. You can add, so glad I did. Yeah. Look at you. You're honest, right? You're being truthful. See how much more rewarding it is to be truthful? And also too, like when you're honest with yourself, when you tell the truth, when you live the truth, life becomes so much more meaningful. So we got that, Sam?
Yes.
And so the poll question was, did you ever do without anything, i.e. skipping bills, meals, selling possessions, etc. to buy alcohol? 54% of you said yes. That's interesting. These are all super interesting to me. And hopefully to all of you. Prelim said, visualizing 100 days sober and keep going. That's a great suggestion, for sure. But the first part of that, visualizing. I can't stress enough how important visualizing something is. Think about this with me. Use your imagination. Whatever you're doing, stop for just a second. Imagine with me. I'm going to close my eyes. You can close your eyes too. Imagine you're going to play basketball tomorrow. What are we thinking about wearing for basketball? Think about what clothes you have personally for playing basketball. I personally have some white shorts that I like to wear. I have some running shoes that I might be able to wear, not roll my ankle. I actually have some court shoes. I have some white court shoes. I'm visualizing it. I'm thinking about what I might wear for a shirt, for a jacket. I think about these things. I'm thinking about where I'm going to go. I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about dribbling the ball. What color is the ball? It's the color of basketball, right? Who am I going to be playing with? What do they look like? How tall are they in relation to me? I'm visualizing these things. This is the whole point. We're priming ourselves. We're priming our mind. We're visualizing it. We're seeing it. And once we think about it over and over again, we start to see it. We start to obsess about it even. That's when the success starts to happen. And that's what's already started happening in many of you. Many of you that are already sober, it's like, yeah, I know, I'm already doing this. But a lot of you that are still trying to get sober or getting sober, again, need to start getting into the habit of visualizing and projecting where it is that you want to be and how it is that you want to be. And know that it's a journey, and just like with any journey, you may have some detours along the way. You may have to stop. You may have to pull over. You might have to get a hotel for a week, right? You might have to rest. You might have to recover. Things are going to happen. You might find yourself getting drowsy along the way. You might have to just stop. But what we're not going to do is quit and go home. We're going to keep moving forward. We're not going to live our life anymore in the rearview mirror observing our red flags and our burned bridges. We're not going to look in our side mirrors and keep observing and surveying the damage. We're just going to plow forward. We're going to move forward and create more distance between us and those toxic decisions, between us and those toxic behaviors. We're going to keep moving forward and creating more credibility so that we start to believe that our visions are going to come true, because we can believe and we know that there is a reason. We believe and we know that there's a possibility now, because we've gotten 7 days behind us now for the first time. And now then we get to 10 days, then we get to 14 days, and we get to 30 days sober. And then, Sam, what did you tell me about this time last year about me getting sober? What I said to you?
You said you were only gonna do it a month, and so I said, okay, only a month. I'll do that with you. And then after the month, you said that, oh, you were gonna go to your birthday, and I was like, oh man, I only was gonna go for a month, and I started drinking again.
That was 2 months. Yeah.
So, and you kept going after your birthday even, and I was like, dang, now it's time for me to get sober again.
Yeah. So for those of you that weren't able to hear Sam, can you hear yourself? Turn that up. You can hear it sort of. So what Sam said was, when I decided to start the sobriety journey, which was October 30th of 2020 last year, right? So I started on October 30th, 2020. I told Sam that I was gonna get sober for a month because I knew that I could do it, but I needed to be able to believe in myself that I could do it for longer. I knew that I had this channel, Getting Sober, again, but I hadn't been sober. I wasn't sober during 2020. All of 2020 I drank. And because, the pandemic, all that stuff happened. I was just coming off of the October before that. What happened? My dad died. We buried my dad in October of 2019. So I was still just reeling from all that, pretending that life was okay, that life was normal. Look how normal life can be. Look how much I can enjoy life. I can still just get drunk, and I can just go out, and I can go to comedy shows, and go to a bar, and I can say hi to my friends, and I can shoot pool, and look how unaffected, look how not traumatized I am by this situation. And I fooled myself day after day, week after week, month after month. For 10 consecutive months, I fooled myself. And when I met Sam, I told her I was going to get sober for a month. And then that was, when I was not necessarily, I wasn't at rock bottom, but I was just at this point where I was sick. I was sick of me. I was sick of the decisions that I was making for myself. And I was sick of, I was sick of the person that I was looking at in the mirror. And I know that we all resonate with that. I know that we all know that there's a time that we need to be a better version of ourselves. And we all know that we're capable of it, but we just don't believe it. So I even had to establish 3 days sober, which I think, in my opinion, 3 days sober, in my opinion, is the hardest time to get sober. It's the hardest amount of time to get sober. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, yeah, a year is hard to get, but the first 3 days are the hardest, in my opinion. And then obviously it's the next stop is a week, maybe it's 5 days, right? Or maybe it's a week, depends on how you look at it. Then 10 days, then 2 weeks, then 3 weeks, then a month, right? But I very firmly believe, I call the big boss the first 3 days like a video game. It's the first big boss that you have to beat, right? It's not the little goons, it's not the little minions, because those are minutes, those are hours, right? But the first 3 days, just getting past that first day, the first 24 hours, it's kind of I couldn't find a reason, what do you mean? But I know I needed to feel happy. And it's you feel almost like you're betraying yourself because you want to, with alcohol, give yourself that dopamine release. And it's you somehow came to a conclusion that you weren't even going to allow yourself some temporary happiness. Why? What's the point? So I'm just going to be, so I was miserable in my relationship. I was miserable at work. I was just generally miserable in life. And I'm miserable also too, because I don't have any alcohol, and I'm on a consecutive binge of drinking alcohol. And then what happens? You don't give yourself alcohol for a day? It's why? But once you get past that first day, I can't tell you how much relief. I mean, we all remember. Do you remember how much anxiety was relieved, and how much you just believed in yourself when you woke up after 24 hours of sobriety? Isn't that an amazing feeling? And then when you get to see day 3, but then when you get to see day 4, when you wake up on day 4, in my opinion, is when you feel like you're gaining progress. It feels like you're actually running. It feels like you're gaining momentum in your journey. And then you start to believe in yourself. You're like, I haven't been able to do a day or 2 days or 3 days. And now here I am. I'm on my 4th day of sobriety. That's right. I'm on 4 days of sobriety. Not 1 day, not 2 days. I'm on 4 days of sobriety. And then you continue to move the momentum forward. And I always want to remind you, because I know there's somebody that's out there currently or somebody that's going to be listening in the future. You went through hell to get through 1 day of sobriety, because it didn't just take 1 day. 1 day of sobriety takes a decade. 1 day of sobriety takes 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years for some people to get 1 day sober. It didn't take you 24 hours. And you put yourself through hell to get to that 1 day. So take pride in that 1 day of sobriety. Take pride in 2 days of sobriety, 3 days of sobriety, 4 days of sobriety. And think to yourself, how dare I give up 1 week? How dare I give up 2 weeks or 1 month or 90 days? You should never consider going back to something that caused you so much pain and so much trauma and so much distress and cost you so much money and costing you your health potentially. And if you're one of the lucky people where you came out of this and it didn't affect you physically, that you don't have liver failure or jaundice, or it's not affecting your eyes, your brain, your kidneys, your urinary tract, your bladder, your colon. First of all, I hope that you're praying, and I'm hoping that you're expressing gratitude with your sobriety, right? Which is part of today's topic. But also, too, I want you to know that you went through hell to get to this place. And you should, in my opinion, I know we talk about don't should on yourself, right? But you should express gratitude for where you are and the fact that you've gotten this far. Whether this far means just 24 hours, or if it means 24 days, or if it means 24 years of sobriety. Against all odds, you were given this gift of life. Against all odds, you got to be you. Think about that. Think about how extremely unlikely it is that if we played the lottery of you getting to have human existence again, rolling the die of procreation, how likely do you think it is that you'd be able to have an opportunity if you rolled the dice again and went all the way back to that day, to when you were born, or to 9 months before you were born, that you would show up? Highly improbable, right? Life is a gift. And I know that we've all gone through pain. And I know that at times we just want it to be over. But it will be over at some point. And a day is not today. And a day wasn't yesterday. And against, again, all odds of your waking life, you managed to survive. And now that you have your sobriety, and that we all have our sobriety, what are we going to do with it? And that's why I want to ask again for your help to prime your mind for January 1st, 2022. Because we, this community, have big work to do. We have lots of work to do. We have a whole new class of people that are coming fresh off a hot night of drinking. New Year's Eve is on a Friday. New Year's Day is on a Saturday. We're going to have a whole lot of new recruits that are looking to make the leap into sobriety. And they are probably not going to be preparing for sobriety. They're probably going to be coming on YouTube and searching getting sober, or how to get sober, or quitting alcohol, or how to quit alcohol, right? And they're going to hopefully stumble on one of the 126 plus videos that we'll have at that point, or one of the 60, 70 plus live streams that we're going to have at that point. And I want to see your comments in the comment sections down below. I want to see you of service to people that are unsure about their sobriety journeys. I need you all to help make video suggestions, episode suggestions. I need you all to be of support and show positivity and show and express no judgment sobriety. To be the kind teacher, think about the best teacher that you ever had, the one that just, you loved being in that grade, or you loved taking that class, or whatever it was. Think about how you could be more like that person. Whether it's a school or university teacher, or if it's a religious teacher, whatever or whoever that happens to be. try your best to hone and be like that person. Take the lessons that you learn from that particular person to be a better representative for yourself and for sobriety, because Lord knows we only have so much time, and we all have a heck of a lot of work to do to make this world a better place before we leave it, right? So on the topic of leaving, let's pump the air brakes and let's have some final comments. I'm also again, another reminder, we are going to do a new poll. I remember what it was. It was about the live stream. I want to remind everybody, on Wednesday, we are going to have a weekday live stream. We haven't done a weekday live stream in a long time. Wednesday, mark your calendar. We are going to have a live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be no episode on Wednesday. So this coming week, we're going to have 3 live streams for you. You only have to get through Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Saturday on your own. All right? So let's see. The new poll is going to be, would you like to alternate Wednesdays every other Wednesdays with live streams instead of episodes? ? So I'm going to add some options. Let's see. So the answer, you can say yes, you could say no, and there's going to be a third option. And the third option is going to be, I'd rather just have live streams and the fourth option is going to be, I'd rather just have episodes. Yes, alternate. Don't alternate. So I guess we have 2 answers are the same. Nope, so we'll get rid of one. Hold on. Dang it.
How about just yes?
I got it. Thank you. So it's gonna be yes, I'd rather just have live streams, or I'd rather just have episodes. So the question is gonna be, would you like to alternate every other Wednesday with live streams instead of episodes? And the answers are gonna be yes, alternate, or I'd rather have just live streams on Wednesdays, or I'd rather have episodes on Wednesdays. So episodes, in case you're not familiar with episodes, we have 126 episodes. 120 episodes are short, they're scripted, they're like 10, they're between 10 and 20 minutes long. What's the problem, Sam? They're between 10 and 20 minutes long, and they pack a punch. They're supposed to be more entertaining. I have the animated GIFs on the screen and all that stuff. We pump some information in there. It's just like straight. It's exactly what the message of the, it's exactly like the vibe of the channel that I'm going for, which is we're helping people to practice sobriety through humor, through humility, through practical wisdom, through psychology and philosophy to help people get sober, stay sober, and be sober one video at a time, aka No Judgement Sobriety. So that's what we try to do with the episodes, and just try to make them short and sweet, because I know a lot of you are older, are like my age or older. I know that, and I know that people that are my age or older, I think like the live streams and like the longer content, but younger people tend to like short episodes, and the shorter the better. And if I could even make them even shorter, they would like that. So one of the things that we're also going to be doing moving forward, as I take this leap of faith into doing this channel full time, yes, you've heard it right, full time, coming 2022, I am taking the leap of faith. Whether I crash and burn or whatever, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure that I'm able to just do this full time, which means I'm putting the big brakes on all of my other endeavors. And so one of the other things I'm going to be doing is producing a lot more shorts. I'm going to be doing a lot more shorts, and I'm going to be pulling those shorts from all of my older episodes. So I know that it's probably been a long time since you've seen episode 87, which is the 3 P's for sobriety: preparation, practice, and patience, right? It's probably been a long time. But I bet I bet that I can make at least 10 shorts, which are really small clips, like 10 seconds to 30 seconds to a minute long clips out of that one episode that you could potentially benefit from. So that's what we'll be concentrating a lot on in 2022. And I'm looking forward to it. And we'll have the website up. We'll have all kinds of new options. So Ashley said, good idea, Jay. Which idea? Cindy Palmer said, I like both, but really enjoy the live streams to chat with everyone. Me too. I'm starting to like them a lot more now. It wasn't as much of an option in the past because our attendance was kind of weak in the beginning. But we had to build it up just like anything else, right? All right, look at that. So this crowd is a little biased, also no, because you are a live stream crowd. So the question is, would you like to alternate, new poll by the way, I have a new poll up. Would you like to alternate every other Wednesdays with live streams, which is what we're doing now, long format, 2+ hours, live with chat, or instead of episodes? So would you like to alternate every other Wednesday with live streams instead of just episodes? So we would do a live stream one week, and then an episode one week, and then a live stream one week, and then an episode the other week. Make sense? That was the question. So 37% of you said yes, alternate, and 47% of you said I'd rather just have live streams. Only 15% of you said I'd rather just have episodes. So that's very indicative of the live stream crowd. So when I ask the YouTube community, those people are more so watching episodes, and they don't exactly say the opposite, but they are more episode heavy. But we got to convert those people to coming over. I think also too, sometimes people think that live streams you can't like watch them later. You totally can. So we'll see. So that's good to know. I'm glad that you got, so we're gonna leave a few more seconds on the board for you all to answer the poll question. I'm very happy that you all feel that way, because I'm starting to feel like live streams are the way to go in the future. Sam, how do you feel?
I like the live streams. I just wish I'd be able to be here every time.
Yeah, so Sam has to go to work because she has a job that she wants to go to. But what about your other potential job? What would the hours be? Did you find out? Oh, it's gonna be even worse. You won't be here for any of it. Oh, you won't be here for, if I did Wednesday live stream, you won't be here for Wednesday or Thursday, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Once I figure something else out.
Then you would be here for Sunday, but also too, have you even heard back from that job yet?
No.
I think I missed shouting out somebody. Somebody made a donation, right? Teresa Heron said live streams are fun and sure less time for Jay not putting in 10 hours or so for an episode. Yeah. So I want to have fun. I don't want to exactly say that I don't have fun making episodes, but comparatively speaking, making episodes is a lot of work. And I want to have fun. The Clumsy Fisherman said, even though I typically sit back and listen, I like the live streams a lot. Gives me a sense of community and belonging to something. Hey. Teresa Heron said, love listening to old live streams on long car trips. Really? Good. So I was because it's just me talking. It's not like, I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan and stuff, right? And whoever else. But it's usually like in a podcast, there's like 2 or more people talking to each other and bouncing ideas off of other people. So it's just me and my multiple personalities. So I feel like I got to keep, that's why I don't like a lot of dead air. I don't like sitting here and like not talking. I know I need to say more things and do more things. All right, Chuck said, gotta go, friends. Bye for now. Love you all. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, tagline. All right, bye, Chuck. Love you. And Ashley said, all right, I'm putting my son to bed. Stay sober. All right, well, if everybody's leaving, let's close it up then. Skip wouldn't have had anyone to reach out without a live stream, just saying. That's true, and a lot of other people, too, wouldn't have. All right, so I am going to scroll up and see if I missed any. TK said, are the live streams on Wednesday going to be at 7? Yes, live streams at 7. Oh, crap, I forgot to put that on the screen a long time ago. Hold on a second. Wednesday, what's Wednesday's date, Sam? Wednesday, 10/27. There will be no episode. There will be a live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't want people to focus on no episode part. All right, cool. So that's on the screen now. We see that underneath the email address. Please send any, if you can think of or muster up any lovely, what's the word I'm looking for? Testimonial for your interaction with this channel or the work that we're doing here. I'm collecting testimonials mostly from, because like I feel weird asking for them, but if you feel so compelled to email, that's why the email address is right there. So email me at gettingsober@gmail.com. But I'm going to be pulling testimonials from the video comments and giving people credit, for that, because it's all about, it's all the ways that we can support people, like shouting out people when they come here on the live stream, shouting out people when they're like being of support, when they're donating to us, or when they're like joining as an official member, like reading people's comments out loud, saying hello to Banky again. How's it going, Banky? And making sure people feel welcome and feel included and feel loved and feel cared and feel thought about and cared about. Shouting people out when they're 30 days sober, 90 days sober, a year, 6 months sober, a year sober. There's so many different things that we do here in the community, and answering writing people back in the comment section, making sure that everybody that writes to us in the comment section gets a heart, that writes to us directly. Some of them some of them I don't see. I don't say we. I'm the one that answers them all. Some of them I don't see. That's out of my control. I can't see all of them. But yeah, there's so many different ways that we're trying to be of support and be of service. And again, why do I do that? It's because I didn't have that. And that's what I encourage all of you to try to do moving forward, is to be what you didn't have. Like Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. I'm going to say that again. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And that is what I'm trying to do here with this community. And I'm seeing more of you doing this also with this community. So I couldn't be prouder. And with that, I think that's a great note to end tonight's live stream on. So I want to again thank you. We've set a new record. Tonight is a new record for most amounts of new subscribers to our new official members of our YouTube community. We have 5 brand new official members that have gotten their custom GettingSoberAgain ... icon next to their name right there. Oh, the big one. I need to do double screen. I gotta get that thing off the screen. Hold on a second. Where is that thing? The intro. I'm gonna delete that. Delete. Yeah, we had 5. So we had 5 new official members. So thank you to our 5 new official members of our YouTube community that got their custom signature ... next to their name. Thank you to everybody that came and spent part of your life tonight. I know that sounds dramatic, but that's what you did. You spent part of your life with us, and we spent part of our lives with you. Thank you to our very generous donor that sends something to our P.O. box at Getting Home. Put the P.O. box up in case anybody wants to send anything to us. Thank you to that person who bought Cat Mom, myself, and Sam, the moderator, breakfast, which today we had a wonderful day, and we went and had a lovely brunch after we went on a train ride in the Cuyahoga National Valley. Thank you to everybody that has commented. Thank you for all of you that asked awesome questions, and I look forward, and keep them coming. Keep thinking about them. I want you to keep coming back. Write questions between now and Wednesday. Think of new questions that you want to ask. Chances are, we had fun, didn't we? Chances are we're probably going to do this again. We're probably going to ask more of your questions, and maybe we might be less restrictive about who is, what the rules are, but we're still going to keep the rule up because you're going to be benefiting us, right? You're going to be benefiting our work that we're doing here. So again, thank you in all the ways that we can. Thank you. And I always pray, just like I do every day, that God continues to give you the strength, the courage, the motivation, and the inspiration that you're looking for to achieve your sobriety goals. And with that, I want to wish you good luck on your sobriety journey. I am still going to be here. I'm going to put up the intro screen as I always do, and I'm going to keep my microphone on, and I'm going to say goodbye to people individually and see if there's any comments that I missed, which I'm sure that I did, and I apologize if anything that anybody needs to say to me that I maybe missed during the live stream. Again, you can email me at gettingsoberagain@gmail.com. So with that, I'm going to put up the intro screen. Again, I love you all. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you in the live stream this coming Wednesday, October 27th at 7 p.m. There will be no episode for us. And there will be an episode the following week because I will be 1 year sober. So with that, again, I wish you good luck on your sobriety journey. And we'll see you on Wednesday. All right, that was a good live stream. What do you think? Oh, Mark TS said I started my sobriety journey the same way you did, giving myself small goals. Now I'm almost 90 days sober. What's your 90-day sober date? Email me, Mark. Or message me somehow, some way. There's so many different ways you can message me. Cindy Palmer at 952 said 3-day hump. Totally agree. Heck yeah. And then said, and Ashley said the first week was rough. Your BFF Tiff said, honestly, for me, it's like week 2 or 3 that usually was the challenge for me. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, everybody's different. Oh, look at Mikey Mune. Is it Mikey Mune or Moon? Mune? Man, I didn't even see that you were here. Sorry, Mikey. And hello, Mikey. Good night, Mikey. Joshua Jones. Wow, said I have juvenile diabetes and alcohol doesn't mix in any way. I finally quit drinking 4 days ago to be healthy for my kids' sake. Heck yeah. Congratulations. I'd love to hear more. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. This is cool. We haven't had to block anybody. Putting time out recently. Yeah. All right, so let's say our official good nights. Good night to Lucy Luce. Oh, I don't say. I gotta say good night. Good night, everyone. ... Love you all. See you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Boop, ba-doop. All right, so good night to Lucy Luce. Good night to Cat Mom, aka my mom, and I'm glad that we got to make hopefully some forever memories today. It was really awesome to spend the whole day, well, mostly the first half of the day with you in real life, and then the last half of the day with you in internet life. And so good night to Wacko Slimo. Good night to so thanks for doing what you do. Yeah, all right. And good night to TK. Said Binky is still smiling from the shout out. All right. Good night, Binky. Good night, TK. Good night to Heart Shines. New member, Heart Shines and Soulful. Good night to Soulful. Thank you for your wisdom and your participation. And Ashley, good night. Thank you all for your donation. Really good for your for participation. And good night to Cindy Palmer, wherever you are. Good night to my dad in heaven. Good night to Teresa Heron. Good night to Skip Bayless. And look at Ashley. Because of Ashley and everyone else. That's fine. We'll be backup dancers for you, Ashley. because of Ashley and the Getting Sober ... again dancers. Skip Bayless would have had a drink tonight, but decided not to. Congratulations, Ashley, putting that work in. Good night to Jack Kerouac. I'm glad that you came by tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing your name change to green and get your ... again. Heck yeah. Good night to Marta D. I'm glad to see you back in the chat for a great length of time. Good night to K Dot. As always, great to see you. And Chuck's flip side to Dank Jenkins. So many people. Good night to your BFF Tiff. Good night to Joshua Jones. Good night to so many names tonight. This is awesome. To Clumsy Fisherman. Good night to Mark TS. Good night to Mikey Mune. Good night to, I'm going to say good night to one more person. And then we're going to wrap it up. I was going to find one more different name. Good night to Preliminal. All right. Good night, everybody.